Hello, everyone, and welcome to my first KCD2 post-released podcast, or X-Based, as they're commonly known as. But personally, I am fed up of using the word space because I just find that pretty boring. It's a podcast, in my eyes anyway. How are you all doing, folks? Welcome along. The time has come. The wait is over. So much anticipation, so much excitement throughout the community. And I, for one, say personally, to start off with, thank you. Thank you, each and every one of you, for putting your time and effort in, sharing this podcast, around. And yeah, as I keep saying throughout each and every post I've made about this, I hope this will be the best one yet. So sit back, folks, relax, grab a cuppa, grab a drink, grab something to eat, whatever you're doing, and enjoy. And don't forget, it is not just about me or the speakers who I'll bring in soon. It is about you. So please get your questions in or your comments in the comment section down below, and we will have some fun together. So let's get the speakers in. Let's get them in. My folks, let's do this. There we go. There we go. How are we all doing? Hello, folks. How are we? Yeah, I hear you loud and clear, Sean.
All right, good. All right, we're good. I'm doing good.
All good.
Hello.
Here's Roxy. Here's Dutch.
Yeah, my microphone working?
Yeah, can hear you loud and clear, mate. All good.
Nice.
Good. You there, Roxy?
Yes, hello.
Oh, there you are.
Sorry, I'm using my AirPods again. Do I sound all right?
No, you sound great.
No, you
Yep.
don't sound all right, but I'm not
Fabulous.
just talking about, your sound. I'm only kidding. I know, I'm joking. Oh, we've got someone else who wants to join us. Merc Sawyer, Beth. Let's bring Merc Sawyer into this. Hello, Merc Sawyer, if I've said your name correctly. No. Oh, no, you've gone. No worries. Not at all if you've hit it up by accident. How are we all doing tonight? We all good? Or afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world?
Yeah. If my wife and I could figure out our bed situation, we'd be better. But
I don't want to know about your bedroom situation, Sean.
No,
that's too much information.
Hey, it's our bed. It's our bed. We were told it's a hybrid, but there's no coils or springs. So I wake up every day with back issues, and she wakes up with hip issues. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's not good.
Yeah, Mattress Firm sucks. So
that is not good. And look at these comments so far. We've got Chris, who's a very good follower of mine. We've got Freaky Tough Community Rise. Is Fantough be praised? ITBP. I don't know what that means. Is Fantough? Oh, is Fantough be praised? Of course it is.
Yep. Yeah.
Of course it is. Sorry, folks, but hang on. I thought Henry was the hero here, not bloody Isfan.
I thought it was Jesus Christ be praised.
What's going on?
He got thrown out of a window. So.
Oh, he did, yes.
That's right. It's spoilers. We could talk about that. No,
yeah,
it's spoilers.
We could talk about all the things.
Yes, no, don't worry. Don't worry.
Huh.
We're all good.
I loved it when Fantough and Henry made out. That was the best scene.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, folks.
And then they zoomed way in on it too, so you could see all the details.
We've got to bring in someone else. We've got a historian of the community, Big Vad. Welcome to this podcast. I was going to say it again. It's podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing, Big Vad? You all right?
Bonjour, everyone. Yes, I'm all right, and I must say I have a lot of things to say about the new game, in fact.
Oh, don't we all? And this is what we're here for.
Yeah.
As long as everyone's doing all right, then that's fantastic. Merc Sawyer, are you do you want us to talk at all, or are you happy just to remain mute? No? Okay, fair enough. So who've we got in here so far?
I accidentally asked for permission to talk, but I'm going to mute.
Oh, right, okay. No worries.
Yeah, no worries.
Don't be shy if you do want to.
We have Istvan himself joined.
Who?
Logan.
Who?
Logan.
Who?
Logan Paul, I'd rather not. I'm okay, thanks,
Who?
guys.
I don't know anybody called Istvan or Logan. So.
Oh Jesus, it's him. Istvan Toth.
Istvan Toth in the house. I'm joking. I do know Istvan.
I've never actually spoken to Logan before. He was one of the ones that I never asked to do an interview. I hope he didn't take it personally. I wanted to get the
You
main
should.
three
You should.
done.
You got to change that, Roxy.
I
Come on.
know.
Yeah.
We've got to change that.
Logan, I'm sorry.
Maybe Logan can get your name in the credits finally.
No, my name's already in the credits.
Name is in.
Is
credits,
it?
Yeah.
Your name's in the
Yeah.
credits finally.
No, it has been from day one.
That's
I
it.
thought you were
I-
complaining about it though.
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
no,
true.
No, what I'm complaining about, okay? What I'm complaining about is they did an accolades trailer after the game released.
Oh.
And they had quotes from Angry Joe,
Hmm.
Carnage, and not me.
Okay.
That's
Now
what
in
I'm
there.
pissed about.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
wrong.
I apologize, Roxy. That's okay. I get it. I get it now. I thought it was that your name wasn't in the credits.
No, I'm very
Okay,
grateful
alright.
to them for doing that. I'm in the community section of the credits.
Oh.
Yeah.
I love seeing your
Yeah.
name there. That's
Oh, thank
awesome.
you. It
Oh,
was,
it's
it was really nice of them to do that.
I'll have to beat the game again so I could see it.
Oh, and me.
You
I plan to
can
play
click
so-
it from the main menu. That's how I found it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
credits are on the main
Oh.
menu. There's a button.
Is there a certain memes page on there?
No.
Yes.
Really?
No, I was.
Oh,
No. It was a white lie. It was a white lie.
There's a
no
Dan.
way.
There's a Dan on there though.
Yeah.
What, Dan Vavra? Yeah, we all know that because he's the
No.
bloody director, isn't he?
What? You're the director of the game? Whoa.
Yeah, well, yeah, if I'm the director of the game, it'll just all be about me.
Big Bad was on there too.
Big
Oh.
Bad.
Although
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they misspelled his name.
Well,
Okay, this doesn't make any sense.
No.
they misspelled Big Vad's name.
I
Yeah.
believe so.
Oh, no. Do you want me to have a go at Toby? I'll go like, oi, Toby. You
I hope
dick."
Sir
Make
Toby
sure-
joins at some point.
Yeah,
I've
make
been-
sure he's not in his space already.
I've been told that he's not though because he's busy with Prague Comic Con at the moment. So,
Oh, yeah, there's a
I
big
wouldn't.
event
I
happening.
wouldn't. Yeah.
but I got to give a shout out to Sir Toby because he has shared this space last week, I believe. So big thumbs up to Sir Toby.
Did he? I missed that.
So yeah, well, I posted it and I tagged Warhorse, the official KCD page. I've tagged Tom, Luke, obviously. Who else I tagged?
Man, I gotta look for this.
Logan. So yeah, you go for it. I'm not lying, Sean. By the way, so just to let you know.
No, that's my job.
Oh no, you tell a lot of fibs, don't you? No, it's Roxy who's the bloody liar for saying, "Oh, that means a KCD. You're in the credits," when really I'm not. So.
Yeah, you are,
I said
Dan.
it in a sarcastic tone.
I don't
you're
understand
an
sarcasm.
You're the creative director and writer, Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, great. But, well. Right, folks, we've got to address the elephant in the room now. So, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Who enjoyed it?
It was rubbish.
I really enjoyed it because I was honestly because this is spoilers. I was honestly expecting like my guess was Godwin was gonna pass.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah, me
didn't.
too.
Then it was Luke
yes.
Dale. I thought Hans was gonna pass, like gonna
No.
die. And neither one of them did. And I was like, all right, this is perfect. I'm happy.
And then Henry died. It was very
Yep.
sad.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, Henry's expendable though.
can I
Then
just
Pebbles.
butt in,
died.
folks, and say, I'm so sorry if I pronounce your name wrong, Patricia, if that's your name. If not, then don't follow me. has commented saying Sir Toby sent me to take his place, so I'm sorry. And it was Patricia who told me as well that Sir Toby couldn't make the space. But do you know what? I am not going to give up hope, because I know that we know that Sir Toby came onto my first podcast, but he didn't say anything. He just stayed, and he lurked like the old what do you call it? Like a snake, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I will
Like,
follow you back. I realise I'm not following Patricia. So
she's great.
They work
she
at
really
Play
is
on
great.
Poland. They're the PR and
Get to
SM
the-
person,
There it is.
whatever SM is.
To my loyal speakers and to everybody in this podcast, it gives me, Memes of KCD, the greatest pleasure to introduce my first very, very special guest. He was Isfan Toff in KCD 1 and 2. Roxy, be quiet. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and of course to everyone, I give you Logan Hillier and Patricia. Logan, welcome. Oh, are we having technical difficulties?
Oh, Logan's muted.
Right,
Oh,
it's fun.
All right, hang on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Hey!
Hey, great.
you
Sorry.
treacherous cunt!
Freaking talk.
Yeah. Now everybody's gonna hurl abuse
Yes.
at me.
You traitor, Isfan! Where's my sword?
Connard.
Don't bark at me, you dog!
Sorry, can you guys hear me?
Patricia, welcome.
You sound good.
Yeah, sorry. Like as I said, Toby's probably not gonna join because he's in Prague at the Comic-Con and he's probably really busy and probably not sober right now.
No, it's Toby.
Yeah, but he sent in to take his place instead because I work for Play on Poland. I'm not as close to the brand as he is, obviously. I'm trying my best. It's not an easy task, but yeah, I'm here as an official or something like that from the very gods. I've been blessed by Toby himself, and he told me to come here because he will not make it. So that's me. Hello.
You're an envoy.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
I am important.
Well, you've been the bearer of
royal
bad news
envoy.
once again.
Yeah.
That's me. Yes.
So we wanted to Toby, we didn't want you, so I'm going to take you off the podcast.
No. Hold on. It says the coolest PR person at Play on Poland. So you know what?
That's true.
Relax. I'm full of
Just
humour.
saying.
I'm a memester. This is what I do. I make jokes. I make
Be
memes.
nice. Be nice, memes.
Oh, sorry, Dad. I didn't realise my dad was in the space.
Yeah. You're grounded now.
Oh,
you
no,
gotta
well.
leave the space, and Roxy's gonna take over the host.
No one's taking over
Hello,
my
you
podcast.
sexy business.
Oh, that. I actually felt like I was
Maybe
watching
next
a
time,
Sexy
though.
Biscuit video then. So that was fun. While it lasted. So that Sexy Biscuit be the leader. No way.
Sorry, I was eating a yum. I'm back now.
Oh, you've been to Greg's?
I did have a Greg's yum earlier, but I went to Asda.
Oh, did you get a steak bacon teas, Luke?
No.
You guys in your weird UK language.
Greg's. It's
Weird
Yes.
UK language. That's horrible.
Grants and... Just kidding.
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Sean. Oh, sorry, Logan.
Say Geff. What is it? You pronounce a name weird.
I do.
No, not you, Americans.
I mean, I have a Midwestern accent in America, so I use like when I say gosh, it's a ash. Or,
No. There's a name that we say differently. I think it's like Jeff, or is it
Jeff?
There's a certain name in English. It completely sounds different. I think it's
Is
around
it-
that area. Graham. No.
Graham.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Graham. You say
Graham.
Graham. Why do you Americans say Graham?
Because it's a
Graham.
graham cracker.
No, it's not. It's Graham. Graham.
What?
No, Gray is GR like AY or GREY.
It's
That's Gray.
Graham. Graham.
Yeah, but
Is-
there's no Y in it, and you're pronouncing it with a Y.
Is KCD2 not on the agenda no more?
No, sorry.
We're talking about Gray and Crack.
This has
Yeah,
been
so how did we get onto this
hijacked by Roxy and I.
conversation?
Sorry.
Talking
I'm
about,
gonna mute myself.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
mute too.
we'll just let you talk about, I don't know, cereal or biscuits or food, whatever. But in the meantime,
Talk about the names in the game. Like, for example, why is Jan Hans in the game?
Hans Capon.
Yeah,
Oh, he's in the game because he is.
you did not get it, did you?
I don't get nothing.
I'm asking, why is he Hans? Because like the English version of Jan is John.
Oh, it is.
John.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why is it Hans instead?
Oh, that's a question for Warhorse, not me, and I don't work for Warhorse. So,
No.
I think
so
in
this
the
one then.
translation, in the Zech.
oh, here we go, Big Vat. Come
I
on,
will
son.
be short. I will be short. Don't worry. The real name in Zech version of him historically, it's Jan Petasek of Klockstein, and in
Yeah.
translation, it that's mean
Yeah.
a bird. So in fact, if I
Yes.
remember correctly, because I speak too bad, Hans Capen means some facts like a bird. So I think they just took the translation.
Wow.
Okay.
It's really
Yeah,
simple.
probably.
And this is why we love Big Vat, because he gets into the codex and actually digs deep into it.
Yeah.
He knows all the things. He probably already knows what the next game.
I got
or
three main ideas, but I will not spoil it, of course.
Well,
we probably know about the same things, Big Bad.
the title says will contain spoilers, so people can enter this podcast at own risk.
Okay, so I will.
So the warnings were there.
I will just say that at the end, with the I guess some of you recognized the final song at the end of the game, the Horsites song. You know this? No, no one.
Oof.
Well, in fact, to tell you, all of you,
yeah, go on.
The song at the end, it's the Hussite song. No, so that's mean.
Oh.
So yeah, in fact, the Hussite song, it was an important song that was played during the Hussite Wars that took place 20 years later. So I got maybe an idea which can be during the Hussite Wars. That's all.
Oh.
Wow.
That would be nice, but I think this game would take like so much to make it, you know, like so much more than the second part.
Interesting.
Yeah, because like I don't know if you guys read the books of Sapkowski.
No.
It's actually about the Hussite Wars. It's translated to English. You can give it a try. It's great. He probably did the translation himself. I mean, I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised. And yeah, it's basically about all those conflicts and who's the king and all the regions that take part in it. It's very complicated, but also a really nice read. And well, if you guys don't know the books, I highly recommend them.
Oh, okay.
But it will be like really complicated, and there's so much going on in there. There's so many kings, regions, and everything.
That's true, because during the Hussite Wars that took 10 years, more than 10 years, in fact. It was really complicated in political and war way, because there were so much characters such as Jan Žižka, who you encountered him a lot, but he's in the game. And Jan Žižka, 20 years later, after the events of Kino Conference 2, he had an important role in this war, and Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised that the next day would happen during Ursite Wars, in fact.
Yeah.
Hell of a time jump.
There has to be, and they set it up at the end too. If you notice that.
Yep.
So,
essentially,
And Capon dies during one of the battles, doesn't he?
no,
he's-
isn't it earlier?
No, he passes away in 1419, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
Was it
his-
really?
Okay, so before, yeah.
Because last time I checked, he was heading for the gallows at Trotsky.
Lol.
Right.
Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Loo, 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 loo.
Is he here?
Still
my
my
wife-
favorite scene.
My wife dies every single time we hear that.
I hope the good Lou Dale joins. I sent him a message yesterday saying, please come along. And he said he might, but he can't promise anything.
He's
So-
too famous now. He's like a massive streamer now.
Yeah, he's got
Good for us now.
200, almost 200,000 on YouTube. Isn't he gaining now? Like
Yay.
150 plus. Yeah.
Lucky
Actually, I haven't
bastard.
played. I
Uh,
haven't looked
You'll
recently.
get there, Roxy.
One day.
oh,
I'll create 100,000 accounts and sub to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, we can
thanks,
do this,
Sean.
Roxy.
Yeah.
Nothing,
Then I'll
nothing
do it
for
to
memes.
Memes. No, I'll
So
do it to memes.
You'll
200
follow
for you.
Roxy, but you won't follow me. Okay, fair enough.
I follow you already.
Yeah, you follow. Yeah,
I
you.
follow both of you guys and
You do.
Dutch.
Right then, folks. The first part of the game. We start as Godwin, don't we? At
Yes.
I should ask, has everyone played? Logan, have you played Kingdom Come 2?
Oh yeah, that is a question. actually.
I'm playing Stalker 2 at the moment, and I was waiting for hardcore mode because
Oh, yeah.
I don't like to play games without the hardcore mode.
Oh.
What?
Like,
Why?
well, because it's like, for instance, in Fallout 4, I remember playing it without the hardcore mode, and you kind of know where everything is. You know what the challenges are before you go back through it. And I always just want to experience that fresh, hardcore. If you understand.
Yeah.
Oh, I get
You're,
it.
you're like simply a masochist. You don't like playing. You just
I don't like fast travel.
You like it when the game
You don't like
feeds
fast
you.
travel. Oh.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
fast travel. I can't be asked to travel around on
No, I
pebbles all the
walk. I
bloody
like
time.
walking across maps.
I need to walk, and that's in real life, not on KCD.
How do you get between maps then? You have to fast travel.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Fast
guess you're
travel.
never beating the game.
You got fast travel. It's easy.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Just as long as you don't get ambushed, you're fine.
There's an interesting point that I want to say this because it's very important for the next years of a future game from Wars.
Go on, big
Just
bad.
where is Eric? Just at
There's
the
who?
end of the game, we
Eric.
don't have the answer.
Sorry,
Name's
where's
Eric? Eric.
Oh, Eric.
Yes, Eric.
Oh, I
Eric, don't ask me. I'm dead.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes, of course. But I mean that we spare. We not really
Well,
spare him, but we don't have the time to kill him in the game.
Logan. Eric was
Yeah.
pretty sad when he found out you died. So
Yeah, I
he was
saw that,
pretty
yeah.
angry. And a poor dog
Yeah.
had to die because of that.
Yeah. I think there were some levels on that as well, right? I assume that dog was a bitch.
Is that a joke? Or
He's a bitch.
if that's a joke, that's brilliant.
I have a question for Logan if he can answer this.
Yeah, maybe. I'll try.
So when you were doing the scene for when you get knocked out of the window, did you actually physically have to do a stunt for that?
Well, kind of. I think we went up to that point, and then like definitely I got close to Henry. He pushed me out the window, kind of thing. But I think it was a stunt guy that did the actual fall.
Wow.
So the
Maybe.
stunt guy
Although
passed away.
it's obviously my voice. I mean, it's right up to the bit where I'm kind of bent at 45 degrees. I think that's me. But then I think they may have finished that with the stunt man. I'm not sure.
And
Wow.
they pushed the poor guy through the window.
Yeah, they
and
got a check straw. They got a check
I mean,
straw.
We need
I mean,
to-
at least you're still alive. Rest in peace, the stunt guy.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
probably
Damn
didn't
it,
live,
he
did he?
stole it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he took the hit for me.
That's nice of him.
Yes, Sir Toby actually
Yeah.
told me that fenstering is a very big thing in that country. So
Yeah,
I did the screams though. I did the screams, and I remember being in the recording studio for that and having to do a variety of different screams.
Oh
And
my
after
gosh.
like the 15th different version of that scream, they got really silly.
That's awesome.
that is brilliant.
I'm gonna think about that every time I replay the game and
Yeah,
watch
same.
Isvan fall to his death.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever heard Isvan Tough scream as well. So
Yeah.
that was fun.
Yeah, they picked the right one, I think.
It's so weird to hear
Yeah.
the voice actor of Isvan Toth. Really, I can
Oh, yeah.
hear.
Can I
all the time
just sound like a fanboy? Isvan Tough is in my podcast.
Yeah, that's really freaking cool.
That is brilliant. And
Yeah, it
We-
Well,
really
it's nice
is.
to be here, guys. Thank you. It's good
we,
to meet you
we,
all.
we can't thank you enough, Logan, for coming onto the podcast.
Yeah.
No, it's my pleasure. Seriously, thank you.
And you, in particular, you do get involved with the community, because I scroll through X and I see fans, posting screenshots. Oh my God, Logan Hillier has followed me. He's fantastic.
Yep.
So,
Well, yeah, I had to
No.
hold back a bit, but I mean, I love the community. I love the game. I mean, I've dumped loads of hours into the first game, and I had a really I was really emotionally connected to Henry, and I really felt that Radzig thing. It's no lie. I really think he comes across as this positive father figure, and it's so well done. How you kind of you work to earn his respect, and I really felt it. It was really healing in many ways. But then you give it 5 seconds of critical thinking,
yeah.
and Radzig is not such a good dad.
Well, no, it took him
Yeah.
how many years to tell Henry it was his bloody son, and it wasn't him who told him, it was you.
Just cannon fodder for that guy.
Yeah, well, you torched his village for once, didn't you? So,
Yeah, well, I mean, the way I understand that, and maybe whatever is canon is different, but my interpretation of that is that the very minimum I was coming to scout out the village and the defenses and so on. But
you sneaky little sausage.
well, there's no reason I think why before that conversation, Isvan couldn't have been threatening him.
He did it very well.
What? Yeah. But anyway, I don't know the truth exactly of the backstory for why Isvan was where he was, but I had to come up with something to do different levels and so on. So they're the thoughts that were going through my head, what's really going on with these guys.
Yeah.
And I think you can get really into the subtext, and I think that's part of the fun of the fandom is everybody's exploring different relationships, and it's powerhouse of imagination. It's just really great to see. Honestly, it's really, really great.
Yeah. Can I ask, have you read the KCD comics?
No, I haven't. No, I only know they exist because I don't know whether it was you or someone else sent me a fragment of it. Maybe, is it Gerard? Maybe sent me some. But otherwise, no, I haven't read them. But he's Ginger, right? Isvan's Ginger in the comics.
Is
he redhead?
I've read issue 1. And I
Yeah,
know,
but doesn't he have red hair, right?
do you know what? I can't remember. I'll have to read it.
Oh, come
I'll have
on.
I'll have to read it back, because I do. I can't get issue 2 in the UK anywhere unless I pay so
Right.
much for postage. I want a paperback copy. I don't want digital.
Yeah, fair enough.
So, but in that comic, it really digs deep into a pre-KCD one, backstory. And in this, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it involves you. It's fantastic with Runt. Runt, your commander, and Sigismund.
Yeah,
And it's actually Isvan Tough who suggests to Sigismund, why not take over Skelet because of the King's Silver.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I mean, he wasn't just strolling around the village, was he? I mean, he had some, just like wandering around town, and that's why I think there was probably a conversation between him and Radzig, and he probably threatened Radzig because they wouldn't have just like surprise attacked in those days. I don't think it would have been like, because there's too many men on either side being killed. You don't really want to lose the men. So I think that there was some kind of diplomacy going on and maybe going wrong, between Radzig and Sigismund via Istvan. But or he was just like, hello, I'm a local noble, come to check out your village,
Don't you think it would be sad in the game, like the moment Henry rides his horse, some horse to the Divish castle, and everyone gathers around him and talks to him about what happened and so on. I think it could be mentioned that they should have expected things go wrong or something like that, and they were all kind of shocked.
Yeah, and this is, and that's what we don't see. I think just before we meet Henry, before we meet Istvan and Radzig in that scene, I think that's where it's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong, or something's been said wrong. At least in my head. So
brilliant.
It was confirmed Istvan is a redhead in the comic too. Chris posted a picture.
Yeah. And then everyone like draws him with brown hair, and then they did him with blonde hair, I think, in the game. So he keeps changing.
Logan, if you read the comments, everyone's praising you. They're not here for me; they're here for you. I feel like an outsider now. Excuse me while I have a tantrum.
I've found my gang. These are my evil gang.
Yeah, Logan's the new host. Sorry, memes.
Oh no.
No, I'm just here to vibe. Seriously, take over, memes.
Well, we're really, really grateful once again for your company, and you can proudly say, Logan, you were the first person from KCD, both 1 and 2, to visit this podcast. So.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. Much appreciated. And I hear you're getting like millions of impressions on Instagram, so you're really, you're doing important work for the franchise here, my friend.
I can't. Do you know what? I can't believe. I honestly cannot. Let it sink in, because people like ask me, like, do you work for? What are you in any way connected with Warhorse or Kingdom Come Deliverance? And I said, well, no, I'm just a fan who about nearly 5 years ago, by September, will be 5 years by September, sorry, just thought, what, sorry, I'll make an Instagram fan page, which wasn't intended to be memes at first. It was just like, like your average KCD fan page. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's brilliant fan pages out there, and I, support each and every one of them. But then I thought, I'll take it up a notch, because I love comedy. I love, making people laugh. So I thought I'm gonna take this to like the meme side, and since then it's just exploded. And most of my stuff is like, me, you, Logan, and Roxy being British. It's just like British humour.
Unfortunately, British.
Unfortunately, British. God almighty.
But
dude, I'm basically Czech now. I'm about half Czech. I've lived here nearly half my life.
That's understandable. But yeah, like people just really, really, and I didn't think people would get it, but like, when I see people sharing my stuff far and wide, and like getting reactions from people from the game, yourself, and I think Tom McKay has shared a few of my memes, and I just really love this community. I love the games, and no game, I'm afraid, can top Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 or 2 for me.
It's very memeable. That is true. It is very memeable.
Very memeable. Love it. Right. So, sorry, folks, it's not about me and my, memes of KCD history. This is about KCD2 talk. So, when we saw Mutt running across the road, and then we see Hans Capon and posse come swarming in, how did that make you feel, that cutscene?
I was all smiles essentially. Yeah, and
Yes.
I saw that. And I saw that during that preview event. I was in Austin, and I'm sitting there behind Toby's laptop actually, and I'm just
that's
smiling
incredible.
smiling ear to ear, just seeing that unfold in front of my eyes, and I go, man, this already feels like I haven't even played yet, and it already feels like I'm back.
Yes, absolutely.
Bohemia,
That is like, sorry, mate. Go on.
No, I was gonna say it's like they didn't even lose a step, and it's just like the moment I feel like you play the game, it just feels like the next iteration. Like it just, I keep saying like, but it's just I just was like mind blown. Just like Dutch said, just the happiest person in the world playing the game and seeing that.
Yeah. And luckily for Roxy and Dutch, you played the game before anybody else, didn't you?
Yes.
I'm not bitter about that.
Nor me, honest.
I'm gonna have to say this though. When it comes down,
I love your accent, man. I love your accent. Sorry, I have to say it.
Whose accent?
Yours, mate. Memes.
I'm a scummy brummie, so.
Yeah, I'm from Leicester. I'm from Leicester, mate.
Really?
Yeah, I'm from Leicester.
Oh, you just narrow up the.
Yeah, just down the road, mate.
Oh, good. Yeah. Well, technically you're not, because, like you say, you're Czech now.
Well, I started in Leicester. That was my starting square.
Oh, do you know what? But actually, meaning to ask you, where in the UK, you.
Yeah, East Midlands, man. East Midlands, yeah.
Oh, I thought you was like, typical like London or like South East.
Oh no, mate, no. I'm true Midlander. True
Midlander. Well,
yeah.
Oh, he's fantastic. My accent. I'm back to that little fanboy, like I'm happy now.
I must to say that I would have loved that Ivantov would be a historical character to seem like he really died, in fact.
No, but that accent's quite difficult. That Brummy accent, I find it quite difficult to copy, like compared to a lot of the other accents in the UK. Like that one and Newcastle, I find really hard.
Do you know what? He's voted that the Birmingham accent is the worst accent in the UK. I get too anxious to speak publicly.
It sounds great in Peaky Blinders. They nailed it.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry, it doesn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. All right, Tom Shelby, he sounds.
He did a good job. Come on.
But what they did is it's mainly like black country accent, like Dudley, Wolverhampton.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. You're right.
And when that first, I know we're going off topic here, sorry folks, but just this once. When they released Peaky Blinders, like the first series, the local Birmingham media was saying they've sounded all of them like black country folk, and it's because many people believe that black country is Birmingham, and it's not. It's completely like separated, but it's just just outside the black country border. So
we do have a ridiculous amount of accents in our country, considering how small it is.
Yeah, especially accents like Luke and Tom. And do you know as well, Tom McKay's from Solihull, which is literally like down the road from me.
Yeah.
So when I found that out, I was like, oh my God, if I go to Solihull, I have to see Tom McKay walking around, because I'll go up to him and say, I feel quite hungry in his face.
Where's Luke from then?
He's from Sheffield originally.
He's Sheffield.
How is it?
Yeah, I'm sure he's from Sheffield.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. I think
right.
about Essex before, and I think I got that mixed up.
Oh no, I hope he doesn't hear that, because you like best buddies, ain't you?
No, he's fine. He'll be okay. Sorry.
I hope he comes on now. But
Wait,
right.
if you need me to, I can add sound effects.
No, Logan, what was you doing with Jan Ziska by the lake?
I cannot speak to that. I'm sorry.
They're playing
Oh.
Farkle.
We've not reached that. We've not reached that point in my deconstruction of KCD. We're only on scene 1, I'm afraid.
Oh, fair enough. But the thing is, you killed Sir Hans' men, so
That was just rude.
yeah, leaving Henry and Hans defenseless and having to swim away. And the way they did the swimming in motion capture was bloody hilarious.
Yeah, I saw that.
the line on like 2 chairs that just look like a pair of whales out of water. It's bloody brilliant. Oh, fantastic.
That was a great scene too, though. By the way, because when I saw it,
Oh, it was.
And Henry, of course, swimming, I'm like, what? He can swim now? Great, excellent. And then the next time I'm in an open body of water, I'm like, I'm going to swim. I can't swim. So what you doing there then?
Yeah, exactly. Like you can swim in cutscenes, but you can't actually swim in the game. It's like, come on, Warhorse.
Yeah.
They need to patch that out.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps. But
He just has a little boat now. That's the patch. He has a little boat he gets into.
No, impossible. We are not in Minecraft.
Yeah.
They
yes.
call it the SS Biscuit, the boat.
Yeah.
Are we?
Sorry.
What was that?
Sorry. I farted.
Oh, I can smell that from here. Oh, God, that stinks. Oh, but don't do it again. Lay off the beans, Roxy. Come on.
No,
Lay off your
sorry.
beans. Lay off the
I
beans.
found a soundboard so I could add sound effects when we say.
Was that you doing the clapping earlier?
It was, yeah.
I was going to say that's
That was brilliant.
That's quite the machine gun ripper you had there. That was a
I
fart.
was going to say, the less of that. No farting, because it's disrespectful.
Sorry.
I'm not when we're talking about KCD.
Okay.
Because it's a bit of a sad part now. It's the part where Henry gets flashbacks of Scarlet when Sir Hans is carrying him through the Trotsky forests.
Hang on, do I have a sound effect for that?
We are not going to get enough of these sound effects now, are we? Roxy with the sound effects.
Sorry. I'll stop.
I think we can clearly say that this chapter in Trotsky region, it's a pure masterpiece.
Yeah. Big Vat, the whole game is a masterpiece, not just that one.
Yeah, it's true.
But you know what? When I played that first, that mission where he's getting flashbacks from Scarlet, I think it was the part where you walk forward and the gates come down. That fucking shit me up. That did when I played it because I was live streaming it as well on Twitch, and I've got headphones on and volume's quite loud. And it's just Jesus.
Yeah.
So, well, thankfully there was no accident in the underwear. So. But it was pretty sad as well that scene because Scarlet's being burnt down.
Yeah, I also love the
Bloody hell, that was loud.
Scarlet's theme. Like, I always get the chills whenever I hear the Scarlet's theme. Probably because of the ending of the first part, where Henry is with his dad. And oh my god, I cried my eyes out when I was watching this. And every time I hear this theme, I just go, oh no, we're not crying right now.
Especially with the music.
It does make me wonder if, because so with KCD 1 in the dev build, which I got access to, you could go to different versions of the maps, and there was a map of Skalitz when it's burnt down, and you could also load in the map when it's pristine.
Wow.
I'm wondering if we get, I think the modding tools have been released by Warhorse now, but I'm not knowledgeable enough how to use them.
Yeah.
I'm hoping we could maybe, because it looks like they made a version of Skalitz for that cutscene. Well, not cutscene, because it looks like it's still gameplay. I'm wondering if there's a way we could access that new version of Skalitz, because that could be really interesting. Because
where would you place it on the map, though?
I don't know. That's the point. I'm not very good at modding. So if there's anyone here,
Alright.
I know the main KCD modding guy, but if we could figure that out, that could be really interesting to see how much of it was actually built. Because obviously they only show a very limited area. But it will be interesting to see what it looked like on the KCD2 engine. But yeah, sorry, I just thought I'd put that out there because I thought it was quite interesting.
Yeah, that's really interesting, actually.
Well,
but
they did also build a piece of was it Uzits?
Oh, they do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a church and everything. So I'm like, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, where is this on the map? Was this rendered, or is there like a hidden spot that I can later visit and then walk through?
It's real gameplay. It looks like an in-game cutscene, right?
Yeah,
I'm
it
pretty
does.
sure that's scene. So maybe. Oh,
That's on VAD. VAD, you got to do that.
Oh, do you know what would be cool if we could go back to the KCD1 map in KCD2?
Oh yeah, I know.
You
I
just want to
really
see
want to.
Teresa.
Yeah,
You
guilty.
just, yeah.
I want to go back and give her a big bunch of flowers and say, "Hello, gorgeous, I've missed you. Come and give me a big kiss." And she'll be like,
I want to go back to Biscuit Town.
"You've been with horse, haven't you, Henry?"
It's honorable though, memes, that you stayed loyal to Teresa in your first playthrough.
I did partially, but I ended up making love to Catherine on the battlements of the castle.
Hang on.
Oh,
Wait.
You rogue.
No. Every freaking woman I spoke to wanted to shag Henry.
Yep,
I don't know
that's
what
It's
happened.
Henry, innit?
And I said yes every time.
I'm sorry,
You
what was
dirty,
going
dirty
on?
boy.
There was
Well,
like
I
5 times that they were like, "Oh hi," and I'm like, "Hi, go away, because I have a girlfriend." They're like, "No." Yeah.
Everyone's horny in Bohemia all the time.
Very.
Yeah.
I feel quite horny.
That's good.
I'm still pissed off at the one at the wedding too, because she said that you're bad.
Yeah, that's hidden dialogue.
You see the silly cow who keeps treading on his feet?
Yes.
Yeah, that keeps stepping on your feet, and then she has the audacity to say that you suck in bed. It's like, screw
Oh my
you.
god! But do you know why does she say it?
No, wait.
No.
So hang on, which part?
Why does Dubravka say that you didn't do well
Yes.
when after the dance you go with her
Yeah.
to some barn or something?
Yeah.
After that, you can
yeah.
ask her how it was for
Yes.
her, and she says, "Not very good."
Yeah, she shuts you down, and then Henry loses.
Yeah.
Yes,
the purse.
yes,
Yeah.
but if you choose different dialogue lines, she can actually put something in your drink, and you
What?
lose conscience.
She
And then
rated you.
Oh,
you wake up in that barn, and she's standing
oh.
above you,
Oh,
and
no.
then you can tell her something like, you can talk to her after that, but you know what happens because you were
Henry.
lying down unconscious,
No.
in that barn.
Oh my god.
And then when you go speak to her,
Horse?
she says it was great.
Okay, second playthrough.
Is this
What do
like
you mean?
serious?
Well, I was
Yeah.
there to Teresa, so I didn't.
That's like
I love
the
the
coolest
text
thing I've
sense of
ever
you, but you
heard
can't
about this
fault
game.
it.
That's insanity. I gotta do that now.
Yeah.
What?
It's cool. But the worst part of it is that Henry also has like, you can I'm not sure, but you can apologize to her because you don't remember what happened, and she
Oh my
knows
God.
exactly what happened because she's done some horrible things to
Yes.
him.
That woman is fucking evil.
And you can apologize and keep saying sorry, and she doesn't mind. She just said it was great, and then she leaves you.
That is gross.
My God.
What? Okay.
My jaw's like through the
Yeah.
floor of my apartment right now.
I was
Like,
not
I know.
expecting Warhorse to put something like that in the game.
I have
Oh.
chills right now. Like, what?
Oh.
Yeah. When I saw this, I was like, "Oh my God, what's happening right now?" Yeah, it was horrible.
I as soon as this is done, I'm gonna like play the game and I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to get this to work.
No,
because
Yeah.
that is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
no, I'm
Yeah.
going to load the game and punch you in the face. That is.
You should.
What?
You definitely should.
Roxy, have a heart.
No. What? Hang on. What? She raped Henry.
Absolutely.
That's so freaking
Oh,
cool.
no.
I mean, I know it sounds
Can't punch a
bad, but
lovely
it's so
lady, is it?
cool.
Oh my god.
You just can't do that.
That's so cool. I'm like, mind is completely blown.
Is this now not my game of the year? That is
It's my
insanity.
game of the generation at this point. Game of my life.
My God.
Well, talking about violence against women here,
Yeah.
this is getting a bit out of hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we haven't
It is.
even discussed the facts that Lord Hans Capon had a bucket of shit tipped over him when he got to Trotsky.
He did. They had a sweet corn in it.
Yes.
So,
I still love that. Do you know who I am?
Sweet
Oh,
God.
by the way, do you know the secret kink of von Ulrich? Of the Chamberlain?
Oh,
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
arsehole.
Yeah,
No.
so there is a rumor that the shit that is spilled all over Capon's face,
Yeah.
where Chamberlain had something to do with this shit.
No.
That's
Oh,
perfect.
Roxy.
I can believe this.
You are
I can
evil.
believe this.
Cheap.
You had that teed up, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Oh, well, have you finished?
No, yeah.
Did you have a nice poo? Oh,
That's
Oh, that is
insane too.
cruel.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's.
But what is that his secret kink? Because he has a secret
No.
kink.
You need
No.
to find out for yourself.
Okay. Oh, you
But
can find out.
you can,
Okay.
but it's very. I mean, it's not supposed to be this hard because when you talk to him about this, you have those skills tests, and the option that should not be so difficult to get this answer from him usually doesn't give it. It's usually a failure. But if you're skilled enough and he does tell you, well, you'll find out.
Ooh. Okay. I might have to restart the game. Oh well, with hardcore mode. Oh no, I don't know if I want to play hardcore mode.
Roxy, you can't put
Hardcore
sound
mode
effects in the game, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
Boo! I'm finding the boo sound effect.
Oh, God.
There is no,
More.
there is no boo sound. Oh, yeah, boo.
You and your sound effects. But who laughed at Henry and Hans in the stocks? I didn't.
Who laughed?
Yeah.
1 second.
Oh, for God's sake, come on.
I love it.
You're stealing the limelight here.
Sorry, no, the sound effects are. I'm doing
By
nothing.
the way, in fact, I didn't watch your new video, Roxy, about Jan Hus.
I did.
Oh God, don't.
Because as a true fan of that history, I'm really excited to watch your video.
Oh, it's not. It's don't. Please don't take that.
No,
as-
don't worry. I'm not extreme. Don't worry. I
Okay.
will laugh a lot. Don't worry.
Yeah, well, I hope you do. And yeah, it was fake. It's very it's 90% accurate.
Yeah, don't worry.
Maybe
Don't worry.
like 85.
Wow.
Sorry, I just saw Logan's comment.
Oh, can I
I
ask?
feel quite horny.
Oh, God. I feel quite horny.
That was his line. It wasn't my line. That was Meme's line.
My line. Memes.
You wanted to ask something, Memes. You said, "Can I ask?"
Yeah, but everyone talked over me, so that was
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I blame Logan for the comment.
the rudeness. Nah, I'm only kidding. But did anybody find Hans before the wedding?
Yes.
I
Yes,
didn't.
in the
No.
forest.
Nope.
In the forest.
Really?
Yes,
Yeah.
you can find
Yep.
him.
Yeah, if you do enough side quests, you'll eventually run into him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah,
And I was like,
the
holy,
poaching
what?
side quest.
Yep.
Yep.
Wait, it's a side quest, so like you just don't speak to him; you actually do a side quest.
No, you can find. I think you can find. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if he spawns in once you get to the end of the poaching side quest.
Yeah,
But
poaching.
yeah, but I
I
think you
haven't
have
tried
to go
looking
through
for
it.
him there before.
Yeah, I don't know if he spawns in because I've never ran into him in the wild before that. So I'm
Yeah, me
thinking
neither.
it's like a trigger that happens. But yeah, if you do the poaching side quest, there's this famed poacher that the poacher wants you to go and track down, and it turns out that that's Hans Capon.
Yep.
Like at the one of the oh god, what do they do? What's their names? The ones who give you the poacher's quests.
Vostatek?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't Vostatic though. I don't think so. I think it was one of the next ones. The next one probably. He says like when you ask him about the job that he might have for you with the poachers, he starts talking about the ghost.
Yeah.
And even if you keep trying to make him tell you about the ghost, he does it. He will not. He will simply not. First, he tell you to get rid of the easy poachers, and then when you come back with whatever you can gather from them, and when you're finished with them, you can ask him about the ghost, and that's where the Capon quest starts.
Wow,
Ooh, okay.
I never knew that.
I did that
But
entire
that's okay.
side quest, and that's how it goes. Yeah.
I swear, could we just like have Patricia near all of us when we play the game so she can just keep pointing out cool things about it?
Well, Patricia,
Like I said, it's my job.
Yeah, Patriciapedia.
Patricia
that.
is a very loyal follower of mine who I respect dearly, so she's very close and respectable.
I mean, guys, if you work with the title, the community is producing so much content. You have to keep up with this because if you don't, you're not doing well with the communication. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I need to know a lot and I read a lot. And I
Communication is
also
great.
see a lot. I think it was this week. One of the persons from the community asked on Twitter if Warhorse knew about all of those not safe for work memes and drawings and etc. And what can I say? We do. We all do.
Oh
We
no.
see them. We know.
Oh.
We read it. We make reports from the socials, from PR, etc. It's not something you probably really want to talk about, like as something astonishing or something, but because we all know it started happening like with the first game, so it's not anything new or weird at this point. I mean, it's also very lovely. So yeah, we know we're reading, we're watching, and we're very happy with what we're seeing.
Wow. That is brilliant.
Community is wild.
I'm
Yes.
speechless, dude.
I'm truly proud to be part of this community as a fan historian.
And Patricia, I knew you were joining the podcast, but I didn't think that you would speak. So for that, I applaud you. And
Oh no, guys, thank you.
I knew that
I mean-
sound effect was coming, by the way. I just waited for that.
You literally said applaud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so
I mean, Toby asked me to join, and he's always like the talker. So I knew you guys would love him and talk to him about stuff and comment and so on.
I want
so
Tom and Luke on
decided
this
to be here.
podcast as well.
We love Toby, but you're completely like blowing my mind with all this information. So thank you.
No problem. At your service.
That
About
is
Toby,
brilliant, but yeah,
but Toby, I
I
have
need
so
Toby.
much.
We need
I have
Toby.
I
Sorry,
have
mate.
so
Go
much
on.
things to say to him.
What would you say to him?
If I no, I talked a lot with Toby in a PM, and he's really nice, and he's very kind with me, even if I'm just a small fan of his social media. And yes, you can tell him that I like him a lot.
Yeah, he's lovely. And he's very helpful, and he will always try to help as much as he can.
Shout out to Sir Toby.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna.
Hey,
Whoa, Roxy!
Roxy, Sir Toby's been good to you, and all of us.
I'm gonna text Toby real quick. Thank you for getting Patricia on the Memes
Yeah.
podcast. She's awesome.
Oh,
Boom,
guys.
just did that.
Oh my god. Thank you.
But you know,
I'm
not
honored
just
to be here and talk to you.
we are extremely grateful for your presence in this podcast. So,
Oh, stop it.
no,
Stop
come on,
it.
you've been brilliant, and all the things that even I didn't know. You're so intelligent with it. So, yeah, you deserve all the praise in the KCD community.
Hmm. Stop it. I'm going to cry. Let's change the topic.
All right,
I
okay.
never would have known about the wedding if you didn't come up and say anything. Never. Like I would have
I
been
know.
playing this game 20 years from now on, and never would have found that.
I know. I'm in my second playthrough, and after the first one, I decided, okay, I'm going to do everything differently. And of course, I'm not. So I'm trying. I'm trying to do my best and finding new things. Also, like the community is very helpful because one person is simply not able to find like all of those things. Okay, and community is simply putting everything they find on Reddit, on Twitter, on Facebook, like literally everywhere, and it's great. It's absolutely great that you guys wanna share all of this with us. Like it's so fun to watch you have fun with this.
Wow. And once again, last time I'll say this now. Thank you for coming on to the podcast, and to
My pleasure.
and to you, Logan, as well. Once again, thank you.
No worries. I'm still here.
And you've got that badge of honor now. I was the first actor and character from KCD to come on to make memes of KCD.
I'm very grateful to you. Thank you.
But you want to look at the comments, Logan, because they're all about you and it's fun.
I am. We're talking in the comments.
So I did take questions from my followers on Instagram as well, so I do need to read them out. Otherwise, they'll probably crucify me afterwards, which I don't want. So I've got a question here in the comments from DW66R asking, genuine question for Logan, that's for you, so it's fun. Would he be willing to stream KCD2 hardcore?
Yes. Yeah, we'll sort that out. We'll sort that out.
And you've actually already answered this, so in the comments.
Yeah, I think it would be a fun playthrough. Isvan, dark, gay, hardcore.
Yeah, we need that. Do you know what? Why can't we just play Isvan one time?
I think they let you do that. They do let you do that, right? You come pretty close to paralleling Isvan and Eric if you play like dark, gay Henry. The way I'm reading the room at the moment, maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I have no idea. So,
well, you wouldn't play that way, but maybe someone could answer me from someone who does play that way. I mean, like people are speaking to me about the parallels between Hans and Henry and Eric and Isvan a lot, so I think it's just that section of the players that I'm maybe seeing more of because my character is on that side. But I don't know people like playing it. Are there any people playing KCD straight?
I was loyal to Teresa, so does that count?
Yeah.
Do Warhorse have the stats on this? I'm quite curious.
Oh, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
I
I don't know if we could get this kind of data, but it would be very interesting to find out.
It would. It very much would.
Also, it's a good thing that Luke is not here, or at least not here yet, because I guess we all know what he would have to say about this.
Oh yeah, he wants to shag himself. I think that's his words.
He wants to what?
What, shag himself?
Yeah.
Roxy, come on, too much information. You're putting images in your head.
like worms do.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Tom. Come on, Luke. Come on to the podcast. I know you're listening.
They are busy,
I don't know if they're
somewhere
listening,
else.
but
I think
They
Luke's
are somewhere
streaming,
else.
isn't he?
is he still streaming? Is he still
Oh, I
playing?
don't
He was
know.
streaming,
Is
like,
he?
during the day.
I'm watching his stream now on YouTube, and it's not live.
Oh, okay. I guess he's off then.
I've just got it on the
Howard?
background. So
Yeah, bother him, Roxy. Text him. Say, hey.
Hang on. I'll WhatsApp him.
I even myself a moderator of Luke channel, and I think he's currently busy today.
Memes, KC memes of case.
we can hear you, Roxy.
Sorry. Don't come on.
No, don't force him.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Twitter Spaces.
Podcast. I don't like the word Twitter
right.
Spaces. It sounds daft.
And we want
Wait, what?
you to drop by if you want. Smiley face. Kisses.
This is
There you go. I've messaged him.
You could message Tom as well, could you, if you've got Tom's number?
No, Tom's a bit more hard to get and hold of.
It's also quite late, so I don't think he could join us. Like, I don't know where.
Yeah, no. Tom's a lot more. I don't know. This is the perception I got was both of them lovely, but I want to say that first. Tom is a lot more like serious actor, I would say.
Like professional.
No, because if I say that, it sounds like I'm saying that that Luke isn't.
Oh, he's not.
And that's not. I almost said Ham.
Sorry,
Me for that matter, Roxy, or me for that matter, Roxy. So watch it. Lol.
Drama in the KCD. Hey guys, welcome into the drama channel.
I'm a classically trained actor, darling.
Oh no!
So next time you speak to Tom, he might say, "I feel quite angry."
Why didn't I get him to do that? Damn it. Yeah, I wish I had now. Oh, can we talk about the best character in KCD 2?
I'm not in KCD 2.
I think I know, but I'm not going to say anything.
No, I don't think you do.
It's got to be Itzvan.
No.
Thank you very much.
Otherwise, Logan's going to come for all of us.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
I don't care. Jan Žižka.
No, it's the talking sheep.
Yes!
Yes!
I knew it!
Talking sheep.
Ignatius!
I knew it!
Oh my god, really? He's so good. He's like, wow.
He was awesome.
Ignatius is great, that's true.
I went through every single dialogue option with him.
It was so awesome.
Oh, it's amazing.
Talking
I love him
sheep.
so much. Yeah, what? You don't know?
No.
No, do you not posting side quests?
Have you done any of the side quests?
Side quest? No, it's not the posting side quest, is it?
I did the Henry, a hero Henry.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember now what side quest is.
No, I think
I've
like
done quite a few.
To a farmer, and then he's like, "Oh, could you go and do this? And then can you go and speak to my other farmer friends?"
Yes, exactly.
And then you go and do that.
One.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, but someone tells you about the wolves.
Yes.
And that some farmers have problems with the wolves, and you gotta go ask one particular farmer.
Oh, is it related to the mutt quest then?
Yes, you're right. It is.
Yeah. I got
Yeah.
Mutt late, so I did that
Yeah.
one late.
I still haven't got him on one of my PC saves, like my main PC save, because I was like, I don't want him going around barking every 3 minutes.
Well, it
Yeah, you
took
can
me
actually
like
send
35
them
hours.
away. Yeah, you can send them away.
Well, yeah.
He's messed me up a couple of times. I'm like, dude,
Oh, no.
seriously? Shut up.
But yeah, you need to find the sheep memes.
Yeah.
Where
You
is
find
it,
the
Trotsky or
sheep-
Kuttenberg?
Trotsky.
Trotsky,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Is it?
Hey,
Yeah, it's early on. You can
Yes,
find it.
yes.
But you
Oh,
also
yeah,
have to
it's
make
really
sure
early.
that the sheep survives.
I
Because
can't
you can't
find
get-
any
Oh,
more
yeah.
side quests to do in Trotsky unless they don't appear as like the little shield thing.
Have you got Mutt?
Yes.
Then that might mean you've gone past it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
yeah, because you got to
Oh.
try to find Mutt. So it's
Oh,
in
is
the
it
middle of
part
you
of the
trying to find
quest
where
where you
Mutt is.
find Mutt?
Yes.
It's an optional.
Oh no,
like,
I
part
didn't
of
do
it.
that bit then.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll skip that bit.
Come
Oh,
on,
damn it.
memes.
Well-
You missed that. You missed the Von Ollett scene.
Like,
Come
can I-
on.
Can I just ask? I don't want to sound like a narcissistic twat here, but does anyone know my first name?
Dan.
Damn.
Thank you.
I
No.
copied him.
Thank you. So you don't have to call me memes. You can call me Dan, but I don't mind either memes Dan or dickhead.
I call you memes of Dan.
Memes of Dan.
Memes of Dan, not memes of KCD.
Lord of memes.
Lord, oh no, I'm not Lord of memes. God's sake, there's better memesters out there than just me. But
Not for KCD, buddy.
Can I ask you a question, Dan? Sorry.
Yeah, go for it, mate. So-
I know this is kind of off top. Well, it's KCD topic. So, have
Yeah,
you
go.
seen? I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but have you seen or ran into Carol Arrowhead yet?
What's
No,
What's
he's
that?
Wait. None of you guys ran into that person.
Wait, is it the guy with the broken arrow hanging out
Yes.
of his head? Yeah, no,
Yes.
I ran into him.
no.
It's like a
Uh-huh.
big Skyrim Easter egg, obviously,
Yes.
but yeah, that's my favorite character in the game.
No, I haven't run into this.
It was
Person
a
with-
random encounter.
No, I haven't
No,
done that
was it
yet.
though? Because he was part of a big. I think he had a big. What is that called? A camp nearby that he was part of.
Yeah, but how I did it was I was going back to I was just randomly I was fast traveling on the Gutenberg map and it stopped me and then he was on the side of the road and then he talks to you and then you do a side quest for him where he takes you to the camp and then another quest line kind of like a follow-up quest line with him comes into play too. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, he was for me. I thought it was a random encounter.
I've
Wow.
not met him. I've seen the videos,
No,
but I've
nor
never
me.
met him.
And quite frankly, I've never knew that until now.
Yeah, I was dying laughing when I ran into him. So yeah, you should try
Oh, yeah.
to just try to find him no matter what.
Has
It's a great-
anybody
it's-
found the? Sorry, Sean.
You're
Has
good.
it-
I was just gonna say just find him, but sorry, I'll stop now.
No, sorry, I butted in you then. But has anybody found the creepy woman who you find
Yes.
on the roads?
Yes. Yeah.
The one who says,
Obviously.
"Oh, Henry of Skalitz," and he's like, "Who are you?" She's like, "I'm
Oh,
always with you."
Yes, because I kept poking her with a sword and she wouldn't die.
What?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, she says I was in Skalitz when it was attacked.
Burned. Yeah.
I didn't
she's
run
like a
into her.
ghost or something. It's really creepy.
She's meant to be the angel of death. or something
She's
like
not
Oh.
as creepy as she's supposed to be. Like, if you know what was what people thought and believed about the death back then, she looks too friendly.
Oh,
She looks like a
Because-
sweet, innocent woman, but
Yes, exactly. And that is not particularly what was thought about death back then. She should be she should be rotting.
Oh.
Basically.
Well, maybe she
Yeah, you
was.
can-
She did have clothes on. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe. But there is that text you can. I don't know if it's in English, but in Polish, there is that. It's only a piece. I don't think like the whole thing is to be found anywhere. It's probably too old, but it's been written in around 15th century. I actually used it as a reference to localize some of the graphics to Polish. Because like back then, of course, like Polish language was also a bit different, very much different. So it was very useful. But this fragment is actually about some guy named Polycarp. And for the love of God, don't ask me to translate his name to English because I don't know it. But maybe. But yeah, basically it's his conversation with the death, and it's a woman. She is angry. She's, well, like I said, half rotten. She has like human body. She's covered with like a sheet that is not in a very good condition anymore. It used to be white, but it's not anymore. And her face is there's like something dripping from her face, like she's basically dead, a dead body.
No.
And he keeps asking her what could he do to get to know her, to know why is she like this, why is she keep stealing human beings from Earth. And all she says is just her job, and she has no parents because that's where the conversation goes, and so on and so on. So it's very interesting to see this woman portrayed as death, but also not very accurate. But I still think it's a very, very nice addition.
Yeah, that's interesting. God.
Yes, and if you read the tips on the loading screens, one of them says that every life is sacred or like very important, and you shouldn't be taking them away. You should try maybe other ways, and that's true actually, because back then people, like, death was a very part of life, but also killing was very, like, the death itself, like dying, was very, very important, but also very horrifying, so that's why. And also, like, you back then you wouldn't like to actually kill everyone who would threaten you, or whom you would encounter just like that, because it made no sense. You would just try to put them unconscious or something like that, and move on or run.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it does make sense.
Oh, I feel really bad now.
No, I don't think you should. I mean, most of those guys are kind of asking for it.
What about the random guys on horses that ride past? I sometimes, chase them.
If they're human, they're dead.
Aren't they messengers?
No, there's some random like humans that ride past you. There's like there's like not nobilities, like the really rich people that can ride past you as well. But
And what do you do with them?
make friends. No,
Make shish kebab.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
these are your decisions.
I know. My envy is terrible. Oh, Memes is no longer the host, everyone.
Well,
Hey,
I
guys.
will enjoy.
Oh.
Don't worry.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, that's interesting.
I will just say that all the lords and nobles that you encountered in Kuttenberg, all the members of the council, is actually very historically accurate. Really, all of their names are really true. It's their historical names. So I'm really shocked that Wars could have found that all their names of each council members. So yeah, Patricia, you can say to Toby that I'm really impressed by this work of research, but each names really.
That's crazy.
I will try to remember to tell him that, but you can probably just text him yourself.
yeah, I will text to you. Because for example, Peter of Parizek, I was really happy that I encountered him because it's been months that I was like, I hope he's in the game, this lord, because he was important during the siege of Sugdol. And for example, Martin Odorin, the father of Godwin, he's an important member of the city council. And so yeah, I really appreciate that the work of Wars is very historically accurate, in fact.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot of effort went in.
Yeah.
I think we got up to where the pool gets thrown on the head. So the next part is how did you all did you all like when
Oh, are we back? What?
The Nitra got dropped too.
Yeah.
Like it just like went off and said like, oh, it's not available. I was just like, what the fuck?
I think Logan DDoS attacked us.
Probably, but like if I can't find it, then it's fucking. If I've lost that forever, I'll be fucking pissed off with that.
I don't know how Twitter saves stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
No, I mean if that's gone, then
we'll have to do this like more professionally. We'll have to actually like set up like a podcasting thing and record it and stuff.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do now, but also Digitex's back. So apologies about that, folks. I don't know what the hell happened there. We just lost connection, and I was sweating blood trying to bloody get back onto it.
Yeah.
So that was
fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I can summarize how it felt.
No,
that was the wrong one. No,
I need to have the wet one there.
It's so wet.
I'm glad people are back though, so that's good.
Yeah. I think it said that you lost connection.
Well,
and then it let us keep going for like another 5 minutes.
Thankfully, it's got an hour and 21 minutes. I mean, it's recorded anyway, so hopefully I can download that and then still stick it on YouTube. And then what I'll have to do is let people know with saying, unfortunately, it cut off, and then we've had to do it again. So,
yeah.
So if
Kingdom Come Deliverance, we meet our we redo everything.
So on these speakers, I need to invite people.
Yeah, I was gonna say too because I know Roxy was in the middle of talking, so I'm not sure what you were gonna say, but
no, I was just gonna
repeat your question.
So I think the coolest moment for me was once you got through the prologue-y section, and then you leave the stops, and then the entire world is open to you.
Yeah,
that for me was like I'm in way too deep here, because like you have like 5 groschen, you have nothing to your name apart from the clothes on your back, and I love that as a start for a video game. I think that's great. I just wondered how you guys felt about that. Was it kind of like an exciting moment for you as much as it was for me?
It was.
Mm.
Honestly, both my wife and I, we love like games where you start from scratch and you have to build yourself up, like rags to riches. And when that happened, it blew our minds, but we also were so happy and we're like, this is the coolest thing in the world. It's like you start from nowhere and you're like, okay, we got to get to this wedding, but I have no money. How do I work my way up?
Yeah.
So she went to the miller, I went to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
And it was like, but I'm right there with you, Roxy. We both loved it too. So,
I think it kind of parallels to when you get trapped in Trotsky Castle, because you have that similar moment where it's like, right, we have to save hands. Good luck. You have a time limit.
This quest is incredible.
Oh yeah.
I'm watching Luke's live stream from earlier, and he's currently eating a steak bake from Greg's. So, he loves steak bakes, doesn't he? Bless him.
Yeah, they're nice. They're very,
They
they're
are
very
nice.
messy though.
Yeah, they are.
What are they? As an American, what are they?
Oh God, I forgot. We got people around the world.
It's like a do you know what pasties are?
Like pasties,
Okay,
like
alright.
pastries? Do you mean?
Yes.
Like a pie.
Okay,
It's like they don't know what a fucking pie is.
I know what a pie is.
It's like a
does it
steak
have
pie.
like a little meat in the middle, surrounded by dough, kind of?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But so imagine like.
But it's flaky. Is it flaky?
Yeah. Flaky.
I know exactly what that is.
Flaky
I get
dough. Yeah.
Delicious.
But Americans don't even have sausage rolls.
No, we don't.
That's incredible. I was really surprised by that when I found out you guys don't.
A sausage roll? Are you guys speaking English here?
Oh, sausage rolls are lovely.
No,
I like sausage and I like rolls, so I guess mixing them together sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. So, Roxy, are they kind of like oval shaped?
They're like long rectangles.
Let's not talk about logs here.
Here, I gotta look this up too. I'm
They're
gonna look
long,
up sausage
round
rolls.
rectangles filled with sausage.
Yeah, delicious.
Girthy. Yeah.
Oh, that looks good. Sausage rolls.
Yeah.
It's a savory dish.
I hope Logan will come back at some point. I did send him an invite, but
he's too busy eating a sausage roll. They're very fancy.
Yeah. It was Logan. It was him who ended the stream. Is someone eating now? I can hear like
no, that's ice. It sounds like
background noise. Yeah, like or like cereal hitting a bowl. Something like
oh yeah, it could be cereal.
But we'll never know.
Cereal sounds good.
Oh.
No,
I know what cereal is. So.
Well,
yeah. Everyone knows what cereal is, but
what's the best cereal? Cookie Crunch is pretty good.
I like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, freaking Honey Smacks, man! Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks are good too.
Yeah,
Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles.
I like Cocoa Pops.
Pebbles is a bit fruity. He is. Yeah.
They actually changed the Honey Smacks flavor at one time, and I tried it, and I was like, "Dude, what the heck did they do here?" And they fixed it later on. I think they pulled sugar out of it, and I go, "That's the main ingredient, dude."
Oh,
Honey
they did
Smacks
that.
is sugar. They're the worst. They're the worst sugar.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of sausages.
Bloody hell!
No.
You're so loud.
That's enough. I think that's enough.
I wanted to refer to a side quest in KCD in Kudenberg.
Sausages.
Yeah, have you stolen the sausages?
Yeah, the vine.
Yeah, I've stolen Sigismund's sausage.
Have you given them to the poor?
Yes.
Yes. King
You don't have to
Sigismund
do
gave
that.
his sausage to everybody.
I mean, you have to give like a certain amount.
Oh God, Roxy with the bloody sound effects again.
I was hoping I had like a badum, you know, the joke sound.
Oh,
I don't,
the drums.
and that's just very sad because you made a good pun. Anyway, yeah, sausage. You stole the sausages.
Yeah. And then you don't have to give all of them away. Just some, and then most of it stays in your equipment. So I just kept feeding Mott with them.
I think my game broke because it told me that I could still give homeless people food. And I give them like really fancy, like I give them a freaking jam tart or whatever, and they just go, no, don't want that. But like, hang on, you just want this very particular sausage.
Hi.
It's a bit weird. So yeah,
It was Sigismund's sausage.
Yeah.
Sigismund's sausage.
And the Hungarians, let me tell you, the Hungarians know what to do with meat.
I love Hungarian sausage.
God damn it!
Yeah.
That was a perfect tis sound effect.
I'm so sorry.
You just keep using the wet one, Roxy.
No, the other one.
That's so
The other one. The other one.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Fart.
I like Hot Pockets.
You've done a poo on the podcast.
What? You went from a toilet fluffy to going, I like Hot Pockets.
Oh, sorry, I was reading the comments. I think they're trying to explain what sausage rolls were, and they said they're like Hot Pockets, but better.
Oh, kind of. Not really, though.
Okay, folks, so if you did put any questions in the comments on the previous space, then please make sure you put them back into this one, because, again, I had absolutely no idea what happened with that one before. It just lost connection, and I bet everyone was left confused, thinking what the bloody hell's going on. So that was bad, and I hope it doesn't happen again.
I will just say this in any case, because I currently work on a few wiki pages about real events that happened that get inspired in Kingdom Events 2, such as the Siege of Sogdol. I made a whole French wiki page on this event, so I was asking if maybe some people can translate my work. Really, I did a whole work by using archives and historical documents about this event, so that would be fantastic.
Yeah, so if anyone out there can translate French, that's great.
I can't, sorry.
Well, Google Translate is pretty good. It works in a pinch.
What? Were you laughing? I didn't say anything funny. Did I?
Just the way you said it was like
I just want to do
it had
my
that tone.
Yeah.
It was being genuine.
It's my passion history, and I just want to ask some people who can translate this in English, my work.
Yeah, I know. I was being genuine.
Poor Roxy.
So,
trying to be genuine, and we just think it's a joke.
Oh, Logan said he'll be back in a moment. So it's actually great because I'm so sorry, Dan. I just ran through all the tweets on our, what's it called again? Like space?
Yep.
Yeah, podcast. And Chris, I think it was Chris or someone else. Oh, Frey, thoughts about Eric and Istvan ship. So I think it would be great to have Logan back and we could talk about this. Because that's what the community needs, okay? We're here for the community.
We are, indeed.
Absolutely.
As I said, it's not about me, it's about the community. Oh, Logan's back with us now.
Logan.
Oh, perfect
Yes.
timing.
Absolutely.
Ask him your question.
Okay, he's back with us now.
Frankly, I would have loved to see a confrontation between Dry Devil and Istvan Tough.
Oh, yeah.
What did I miss? What's up?
We're
actually waiting for you.
Sorry. Okay. How can I help?
Yeah, so one of the questions from the community is thoughts about Istvan and Eric and their relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I can go there. If I say anything, guys, I am not speaking for Warhorse. I'm just speaking for the thoughts.
Well, of course.
That's absolutely fine.
No, but I should be clear about that, because I think
Yes.
what a lot of people don't quite understand is it's really not like a play. When you're doing it, you don't know the whole story. So you're kind of getting pieces of things as an actor. It's a bit like being in a film, like a TV show. You only get your bits of text, right? And again, again, like on a TV set, there's a lot of stuff going on for the director. They have to manage a lot of actors and also managing the Matrix, right? So it's extremely busy for them. So there's kind of a lot. You don't have like you do in a play where you're doing hours and hours of character work with the director and it's just you and them. That doesn't happen. It doesn't happen in films really either, in my experience. But so you have to kind of do some of those questions as an actor. It's your responsibility to do a bit of research and think about it. So at least there's an appearance of depth. And of course, I don't know, right? Because they don't tell me. So all I have is the stuff in the text to work with. And the key thing is Nicopolis. And for me, that and what happened with the Turks brings together the motivation for Eric. And I mean, there were some people who played KCD1 and honestly, they thought they were straight. They didn't see that they were gay. They missed the insinuations or they didn't believe it, right? And I think it's fair. There's nothing, even though they're speculating and there's rumors and all this and they're calling them names, right? That's no different from, like a 90s playground with people calling each other gay, So they were obviously extremely close and there's definitely a parental role in there. And I think that people that wanted to go with that parallel shouldn't be allowed to not have that if they don't want it to get too mixed up with maybe darker, more on the spectrum kind of stuff, if you see what I mean. So you have to play it a bit ambiguously. But in my head, I think Mary KCD brought this up the other day, and this is exactly where I went, was this Turkish concept of janissary and what they used to do to the children, right, that they captured. And I don't know what really happened, right? I'm just speculating on levels for people's enjoyment of the acting and so on. But in my head, I think that Istvan had some experience of that, maybe direct experience of that, and is somehow replicating that through Eric. And then you've got all sorts of levels in there as well, which I mean I can go into, but again, please, it's just speculation. And since there's a representative from Warhorse here, do you want me to go on?
I mean, no complaints from me. Just as the thing is, I was a bit anxious about you being on here because I don't want you to get in trouble with Warhorse for like.
I don't know. I'm not in trouble. I don't feel like I'm in trouble. I'm just you just have to understand that this is speculation on my behalf.
Oh, absolutely.
As an actor, you get a few concepts, right? You get one, which is Nicopolis. You get two, which is like there was some incident in his history involving the Turks burning his house down.
Yeah.
And then you get this relationship with Eric. And obviously I know history quite well. I've studied this in depth. And then, when I got the role, I started looking into it more. So I made a series of kind of choices that were, partially informed by directors and creative people and so on. But again, as an actor, you bring your own work to the table. I think some actors do more than that than others, and that's perhaps explains some differences just in general when you're seeing TV and so on, like movies or whatever it is. Some actors have worked harder on their own, and for me that concept of janissary kind of ties it all together. And the depth of Istvan's experience of that, because I know, like I'm watching all the stuff that's being created as well. And, there's a lot of very sympathetic material being created for Eric and Istvan. And I think the people who are doing that, creating that kind of content, have actually really got the message of, I think, what the game is about, which is that war is a nasty business. And, it's always from a perspective. And as you get older, your perspective changes. and you know, maybe realize that one person's freedom fighter is another person's terrorist, and so on. That seems to be the case.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, when you dig down into just how evil he is, Isfan, it depends how you play Henry, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing Henry super evil, you're only getting Isfan for your revenge. There's no moral high ground, right? At that point, you're some kind of vagabond, right? You're some kind of like footpad or something. You know, you can't judge Isfan if you've just robbed the village of all of their silver. You know, like that's gonna push these people into crushing penury, right? And like, you know, you've just ruined this village basically by robbing it. So you can't then claim a moral high ground, I think, and that's what's brilliant about the game.
Absolutely.
Because then you're choosing whether, you know, he's selfish or selfless, you know. And I appreciate the way people play it, like the kind of light version of Henry, you know, the good version. And I certainly played it that way, actually. When I played it, I was pretty good. Like I wasn't too evil. But I think, yeah, the more evil you play it, the more your own sins, quote unquote, are reflected in the Isfan Eric arc. Now, I can take it a few levels deeper than that, which I've speculated on, but I don't want to ruin it because I think it's so fun to watch everybody being so creative with the material, right, and taking it in their own way. And I get, you know, I'm annoyed if I say something, and I'm just trying to like expand the discussion because I think they're really interesting characters, and that in a fandom, people are getting something out of it from themselves by working on the character, regardless of whether it's canon or not canon. You know, like there's a you know, a cultural kind of hubbub about it, which I find quite interesting. And I wouldn't want to like, you know, kind of stamp my foot on it too hard. But there was that one piece of art that was created today. I'll put it in the thread. I don't know who did it, but I thought this really captured the thing that I'm talking about regarding Isfan's experience. And this is probably a pretty dark reading of it. You know, I think this is called like Slave Boy in Erdene, which is some kind of like Turkish city, I think. And that, I think that's very, very deep. I think I really think that's very good.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it really, because then I think if you like the way I understood it and the way I played it is that Henry has a lot of Isfan has a lot of compassion for Henry, you know, and he even though he's kind of evil and you know kind of devilish, with him he's kind of only ever really tweaking his nipples. You know, he could like kill him. He could have killed him at like 15 fucking times. And he's really just kind of playing with him because I think he sees something in Henry, one of himself, right?
Yeah.
And the level to which
he's really empathizing with him because of what they both went through, right? That's why he keeps mentioning that Istvan and him and Eric are what was your line? The family of
family of orphans, exactly. But then you get to that level, and again, I don't want to like force people down this path because there's all this. First of all, I don't want to stop anyone doing vampire stuff. I really love the vampire stuff, so please don't stop. And the cat stuff is great as well. But this kind of experience of the Janissary, you know, and this Janissary as a military concept, right? Whatever his direct experience of it, even if he didn't have direct experience of it, even if he just saw it on the battlefield, right? Like these elite orphans, basically, like an elite army of orphans, right? And then he's like, holy shit, we are doomed. You know, they're taking our own orphans, that they're capturing the orphans, they're taking them as Christians and making them into elite soldiers against them. You know, back then, and this is where I don't know how many of the people are following and listen to the stuff I was talking about with Dr. Miranda, but he played this kind of covert experimental kind of torture program in Argentina, you know, and you kind of think Well, again, I don't know. I don't want to say too much. This is just my thoughts on it. But to what extent was Istvan trying to replicate this Janissary concept in Eric?
Yeah.
You know, and turn him into this ultimate war machine.
Would you say that Istvan is trying to somehow get close to Henry?
Yeah, I think so. I think
yeah.
From the
I think
beginning,
so
I
too.
think from the beginning, I think he's sympathetic to Henry because of whatever Radzig has said to him, you know, and he's like, oh God, this poor bastard, and he's looking at this guy as well, right? And he's like feebly swinging the sword, you know, at this stick, and Istvan full well knows that there's a massive army of, you know, like just across the hill. So I think Istvan's super conflicted at that point, and
excellent.
And I also think that scene, the kind of deconstructing at the moment, where Istvan's looking down the barrel of the sword at Martin, right? That's very interesting, right? Again, knowing what's happening, you know.
Was that like a message?
Yeah, is it a message back to?
Is it like you're gonna die? And like,
yeah.
And I think when he says that line, you know, like, I wish I'd have had this kind of sword at Nicopolis. You know, like I played it like I was enough, but I didn't have the support of the nobility, and I didn't have enough weapons. I didn't have enough resources. You know, we fought like lions, but we were supplied like donkeys. You know,
splendid.
But this is always like that was the way up until World War One, right? You know, that the aristocracy would be like, okay, stand in a beautiful coloured costume and line up against each other and fire muskets.
Ladies and gentlemen, Luke Dale in the house.
Luke Dale.
Our Lord has graced us. He's blessed us.
Me low key trying not to freak out while Logan was talking when I see Luke joining.
Yeah, we were holding it back then, Logan. I saw Luke.
Sorry, but just before we just before we switch to Luke, I just want to say, Logan, you did such a great job.
Yes, you did.
On this role.
Thank you so much.
And listening to you explaining like what kind of a background for this character you had in your mind is just it's actually I've actually started to kind of understand more and more about this character. Like I kind of didn't hate him from the very start because I knew there was so much more to him, and you just did such a great job.
You did.
Thank you. I mean, he's a dark teacher, isn't he? You know, he's the trickster figure on the threshold between the worlds, and he's there as this teacher. Effectively, he's teaching Henry everything that he knows, one way or the other.
He's an absolute
through the henchmen that he's sending at him. You know, he's teaching him. I had great. Honestly, Istvan, I think, has a lot of compassion for Henry. Otherwise, he would have just killed him much earlier. And
Don't you think he's trying to save him?
Yeah, he's trying to recruit him, I think. He's trying to recruit him to the cause. And I think that on some level that's got to be a bit of a fuck you to Radzig, personally. But maybe he just likes the look of him. Maybe he's a handsome lad. Maybe sees he's got potential, pities him. You know, all of that stuff is in the mix. Anyway, I will hand over. Hello, Luke.
Good evening, Lord Capon.
Good evening.
Luke Dale in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, if I'd have known that the scoundrel...
Roxy, the effects!
The effects? What?
The wet one.
Applause.
Oh.
The wet one. Sorry.
Sorry?
Oh, sound effects. Don't ask.
See, you're dropping the ball here.
It's been quite hilarious throughout this podcast. It's really fun.
Sorry, hang on. Whoa.
Come on, Roxy.
I lost.
Where's the sound effects gone?
Sorry.
Luke Dale has
Well,
just
hang on,
entered the
sorry.
podcast for the first time.
Oh, sorry.
He's
yes,
at the
hang on.
gates,
One
Roxy.
Sound effects.
Yeah.
Don't search my lord.
Poor Luke's trying to talk, and we
I
just interrupt him.
Just waiting for a sound
confused.
effect now.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, okay, I think.
Okay, well,
Well, if Roxy was on it, then you wouldn't be confused.
That's true.
Roxy's been doing like crazy sound effects and stuff
Yeah,
too, so we're
for
trying to
this
get her to do a
entire
sound effect for
space.
you, Luke, and
Yeah.
then you drop the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry.
I bet Roxy's just searching for the perfect sound effect now for
I'm pretty
Lord.
sure she is, yeah.
Lord Hans Capon has finally joined us, has graced his presence with his nobility.
It's very good to be
As well
here.
as
How is
his
everybody?
fan.
Fine evening.
Oh, this has been hilarious, hasn't it, folks? We've all had a fantastic laugh. We've all discussed KCD too. This is what it's all about.
That's great. Well, I'm playing it myself at the moment.
Oh, we got technical difficulties, have we? Oh, because
I hope not.
It sounds fine to me.
Yeah.
Like poor Luke's trying to talk, and we keep interrupting him.
Yep, indeed.
Oh my god, yes, we are.
Oh, Roxy's
Like he's a lord. We're peasants.
Roxy's back now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I want to apologise. I don't know what happened, but I tried playing the sound effect, and it made a really loud buzzing noise, and then everything went wrong, and then my Twitter crashed.
Oh, again. Oh,
Mhm.
no.
Yeah,
It's
sorry.
good that you're back.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yes, it definitely is good.
By the way, hang on, I will play. Did you hear any sound
No.
effects?
Not at
No.
all.
No,
Okay.
no. Luke is
everyone-
very confused.
Everyone,
Yeah.
welcome Luke Dale. Hang on, 1 minute. Is this
No.
No, hang on, 1 minute.
That's better.
Do you know what? That was totally fucking worth all the confusion.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
That was so
Oh,
fucking good.
Luke, could you give us a do you know who I am? Could you give us a do you know who I am and shout it?
Oh god, I'm gonna wake up my entire flat, but I can. I mean,
It's worth it.
All right, fucking, you ready? Okay.
Here we go.
Do you know who I am?
Perfect. Oh,
Perfect. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
recreating that perfect scene at the Trotsky Gates.
I'm just, I'm a little bit upset, guys, to be quite frank with you.
Oh, no.
Oh.
No. That you've invited me into a room in which the scoundrel Istvan Toth dwells.
Oh, he's all right, really.
I don't know who you're referring to, my lord. I am but a humble peasant.
But a humble peasant
once
indeed.
the podcast is over, then we'll push him out the window again.
All right.
Oh,
that's
brilliant.
his destiny, to be pushed out of every window available.
Luke, I am currently watching your stream from earlier on YouTube. There's like background. Like,
oh god, don't waste your time.
Oh no,
it's rubbish.
No, it's not. Look, you've currently got 1,796 viewers on Twitch, and you've got 1,079 on YouTube. That is not a waste of time. That is an absolute success.
Jesus.
You could send them my way. If
yeah, it's been good fun. The streams have been really
They
fun.
have been really good fun.
Yeah, I'm on my 15th one in the
And,
series now. So
was that steak bake nice earlier?
Lovely, mate. You know me. I love a Greg's. I love a Greg's.
Oh yeah, Sean knows about steak bakes, don't you? Enraged potato.
Know about what?
Steak bakes.
It's American. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
About a Greg steak
No,
bake.
well, you guys are like speaking a foreign language over here. I thought we both were English speakers.
No, not only. I'm French, for example.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we got Big Vad from France.
Okay, is anybody else not understanding what this weird food
Weird?
thing you guys keep talking about is? Yeah, it's weird.
Not weird.
It's not weird. They're long.
It is weird. I mean,
Thank you.
up until I saw it on one of the Luke streams, I was like, "What? What is this? What is a steak bake?" And then when he showed us what it was. I was, oh yeah, birds do eat shit like that.
Wow.
See, okay, thank you,
That's
Patricia.
rude.
Yes, thank you.
See, we have to join forces. You know what? At least I got a play on rep on my side.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay? It's just me. Not representing either Playon nor Embracer nor Warhorse at this very moment. It's just my private opinion on the British food.
Fair enough. Okay.
I never thought that.
Fair enough.
I never thought
Thank
that
you.
me eating lunch on stream would have such a huge impact
Oh, it
on
has.
the peasants.
It really has.
Oh, by the way,
I mean, there are people who in my Discord server, for example, they changed their names to various different types of baked goods, and then would talk to each other. So I had like sausage rolls conversing with steak bakes in my Discord. And I was like, what the fuck timeline am I in? What is happening here? The fucking hell.
You've created a cult now, my lord.
I've created a cult of fucking Greg's steak bakes and donuts.
You've watched, I'll put steak bake Easter eggs in KCD 2 now. As like an update.
And has moderators of the server, my lord, we do nothing.
We do.
We do have a special guest, actually.
Oh, we do have a special guest.
We do have a special guest. Yes, it's
Is it a steak bake?
It's the steak bake.
Oh, we should have known. We should have known.
Is this podcast sponsored by Greg's?
No, not at all.
I wish
it was, but unfortunately, no.
It
This podcast is just, it's just a podcast for the community.
Dan, we need to think about this in the future.
Yeah, we have like 120 people listening to us right now, don't we?
I hope so.
Around 100, yeah.
Patricia, sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah.
Sorry, I was just saying that maybe we should consider Greg's as the sponsor of this very podcast next time.
I could reach out to them, but I don't think they'll be very willing, if I'm honest, because I'll probably just like, what? I'll say that there's a nobleman called Lord Hans Capon who loves steak bakes, and he's a very well-known nobleman. You've got to go back about 600 years to understand
Hang
it.
on a minute.
That's been my whole plan all along, is to try and get them to come on side and sponsor me. But they haven't.
It's a brilliant plan.
It is.
I mean, you have the power, Luke, right? You have the power to be able to do that. I mean,
I'm a noble.
PC. Yeah, exactly. Right? You got a freaking beef, like a NASA computer sent to your house.
Oh yes, I've seen that. Wow.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
no, that was crazy, right?
That is crazy.
From one tweet. That's pretty crazy.
I can relate to that in a way, but not a computer. I've got to give a massive shout out to Play On UK for gifting me a collector's edition of KCD 2 back in February, when it basically, like, oh, thank you, Lord Capon. That's really kind of you. Basically, there was a video of them all in like this big warehouse. I think I believe it was Prague or somewhere in the Czech Republic. And like they were like forklifted into this warehouse, and all like stacks of them. And because at the time I'd only bought the standard edition of the game, I put a tweet out saying, "Stop sharing all these collectors," because like people were saying, like, "I bought mine, I can't wait to get mine." And I was just crying like the spoiled brat I am, just saying, "Oh, I didn't say that, but I was just like, I wish I had one." And then Play On UK sent me a message saying, "For all of your memes and your dedication to KCD, we want to gift you a collector's edition." I read that. I burst into tears in joy. And that's not, I'm not exaggerating there as well. Roxy, if you play a sound effect now, I will block you.
But Dan, you are doing such a great job. It is so well deserved. Like, really.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. But
It's killing it. You deserve it.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. As I say, I'm no one special. I'm just some pillock who makes memes for Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and 2. And who is, hoping to build, a big community within the community.
Yeah.
So, and do you know what? I can't name another game community that is better than this. I really can't. And
yeah, it's very special.
It is. It's so unique, and the way like devs and yourself, Luke and Logan, the way you engage with the fans. Because without that, I don't think this community would be. I mean, there'd be a community, but it just wouldn't be as special and as exciting and brilliant as this.
It's because it really is genuinely fun to interact with the people. Like everyone, from my perspective, I've been interacting with the community since like day one. I mean, more so in the last 2 years, but I definitely did even back when the first one came out. And obviously this time I've been a lot more visible because I've been streaming and making content for it. Whereas the first time I was just kind of in chat rooms and Reddit and whatever. Yeah. But this time, like it everyone is just very funny. I don't know what it is. Like everyone has a good sense of humor, and I think this game attracts that sort of person really. It attracts a very particular kind of person. They're usually quite a studious person. They like history. Maybe they like I'm blanking on their name, but the British comedy troupe. British comedy troupe. What were they called? Not
Monty Python.
Monty Python, yeah, thank you. Sorry. So there's that kind of Monty Python-esque thing to Kingdom Come, isn't there? Like a similar humor, and I think everyone shares that love for that.
I've never actually watched Monty Python, so
oh my gosh!
Come on!
I've even seen it, Dan.
Sorry.
But if you like the humor of Kingdom Come, you're almost.
Dad, watch Holy Grail. This is ridiculous. Watch Monty Python Holy Grail immediately.
Yeah.
Do it after this space, Dan.
Yeah, this is ridiculous, man.
Or the podcast, sorry.
His fans have just called me Dad, and I feel like a little fanboy now. Again.
Luke, you mentioning 40 towers. Fucking hell, I got confused.
40
Monty
towers.
Python. Shut up. You mentioned Monty Python, and you enjoying that and like the fan community. Like honestly, I highly recommend a game called Procession to Calvary, which is all real Renaissance art that is they animated. And it's a point and click adventure game. It only takes a few hours, and it is so funny. There is constant humor in it, and it is so Procession to Calvary. And they did a recent new one, which was kind of like a spiritual sequel on Steam. I think anyone who loves that style of comedy in Kingdom Come, especially, I think would love those games. Recommend those.
Good tip. I'll check it out.
It does. Like the KCD community, I think, has grown so much, right? Like it's gone from, as I mentioned, like before, cult classic kind of status, like Kingdom Come 1 was, to this massive influx, and it's brilliant to see as someone who's been around the whole time. It's great. So I'm glad that those people found you as well, Luke, because your community is exploded as well.
Yeah, it's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane, and now it feels to me what's really special about this time around is that I didn't think this was even possible. I didn't think this was going to be a thing. But with the streaming, I always just thought, oh, well, they're only coming to see me as Hans and play Kingdom Come. Like, that's the only reason they're here. So it's not something I'm going to be able to do forever. Because people would say to me, oh, you could be a streamer now. And I was like, nah, I won't be a streamer. Because they'll once I've finished the game or once I play other games, they'll bugger off. And actually, I was wrong. And people have... like they'll watch me eat a Greg's and they're perfectly happy to watch me eat a Greg's. And they're also happy to watch me play Baldur's Gate, or they're happy to watch me play other games. And I'm like, that's really special and something I never thought would happen. And it really has opened my eyes to like a whole other career. And so it's given me this whole other thing in my life that I have now, and I do consider myself a career streamer now, and that is absolutely crazy to me. That I, just 2 months ago, I mean, I was gonna, obviously we're gonna stream the game, but I didn't think, oh, this is something I could do as a career. So I just want to say that if anybody is in chat or listening that attends the streams, I know I thank you on stream all the time anyway, but just thank you for that. It's been a real privilege, and what a curveball in my life. But that's just a testament to the fans of this game. Yeah.
It does say they've been absolutely really entertaining throughout. I mean, even what? Oh god, I remember when you did, and I did a video of this from us, recording myself talking about it the next day when you play KCD 1 and you did the bathhouse quest when you send Henry out to get the wine. And what you did, you went into the cellar. I'm getting laughing now just talking about it. And you grabbed the picture, but then you buggered off out the bloody rat house. And then the comment saying, "You forgot the wine, you forgot the wine."
Oh, yes, I even made a video about it.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was hilarious.
What took me a while with this game to figure out, and I think I can't be the only one that had this issue, but you have to think about the game in real life terms. You can't, because I think I was so used to playing games that kind of auto complete some of your tasks, or you just hit B over and over again and this person will die, and I was so used to that when it came to this game, I was like, oh god, you have to literally think like a human being. This is mad. If I do that, it has real consequences. And if I if I go to the tailor, they're not going to be awake at 6 a.m. They're going to open at 9.
Oh, brilliant! And that's what's so brilliant about it. It's the realistic sense of it. When you bleed, you can't just let it slide. You've got to have your bandages ready, or when you got to go to sleep, or go to the bathhouse to heal. And that's, I hated it at first, but then you kind of get used to it throughout. And but I still loved it, and I still wanted more from KCD 1. That is, so that was just
Dan,
fantastic.
Do you mind if I read next question from the community?
No, it's my stream. It's my podcast. I will do it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm only kidding, Bob. You go ahead.
Rude.
No,
Move it along, Dan. Move it along.
we're here because of you. Okay, the question is from Chris. Outside of Henry's perspective.
Sorry, Patricia. Can I just? Chris is a speaker. Chris, if you want to speak, mate, come on. We're all a friendly bunch.
Yeah.
Except Roxy with the sound
scared
effects.
to speak, but hello everyone. I'm sorry.
Come on, come on.
No, don't be shy. You post fantastic content on here, and I mean,
if you're really shy, I can read it for you. But if you want to do it yourself, that's okay. Go ahead.
My question was, outside of Henry's perspective, who do you guys think would be a better king for Bohemia? If it was the drunkard Wenceslas or Sigismund from Hungary, who invaded, but
that's a very good question.
Strategy.
Sigismund.
I mean, because the story is told from Henry's perspective, and he's kind of led into being a Wenceslas supporter. But
it'd be great to hear this from both Luke and Logan, because one is Wenceslas and the other is Sigismund. So
you go first, Luke.
I've got another.
I think, he became a listener.
Yeah, he became a listener.
Me, I'm the best king. I want to be king. I'm king.
I agree with that.
Oh, for God's
all right.
sake. Not Wenceslas, just King Hans cape on. Okay.
Me, I want to take over Bohemia. Thank you very much.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll take that.
You're tacky.
Fair enough.
No, I mean, I don't really know. I feel like It's got to be Wenceslas because I have some allegiance there. But what do you guys think?
I have no idea.
Sigismund.
Well,
I'm Team
I looked a
Sigismund.
little
I'm
bit
sorry.
into
I'm
the,
Team Sigismund.
I'm Team Sigismund too.
yeah,
No.
the problem with like Sigismund, he's portrayed as the usurper, but he is definitely more qualified to be king
That's
than
true.
Absolutely.
Wenceslas.
Yep.
You know, and
Yeah,
Wenceslas
that's
kind
my
of like
point.
he kind of was born into it and didn't have the chops. You know, so it's really bad. And then when you play the second game, Wenceslas and you know, Sigismund, actually you get to see the human side of him instead of what you've heard on everywhere. Like they say that Sigismund is not a good king, and then you hear him talk and you go, you know, he actually makes a lot of sense here.
I can't believe I'm in a space with a bunch of people who are supporting Sigismund.
Excuse me, I don't support
I
Sigismund.
would say I'm sorry, but
Oh,
he's the
wrong
logical
meaning, Luke.
choice.
Wrong meaning.
Okay. But Wenceslas is Bohemian, and he's the Bohemian king, and Sigismund is a usurper.
But they're brothers, so technically Sigismund is also part Bohemian. You know what I mean?
I will just.
No, I meant like the people's perspective. You know, they don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna say like the common folk because they didn't really care who was the king ever. But you know, like the nobility and everyone who was actually important to the throne and the crown and the country. Okay, they tried to get rid of Wenceslas, and they kind of did. But then again, what Sigismund is doing is, well, not very good either.
I think the most interesting thing is I think the most powerful thing that a king has is his legitimacy. And if you have like usurpers or someone saying that the person born into power isn't enough, then that kind of takes away a big part of the king's power, which is the fact that he is legit and was born into it.
Yeah.
I will just say something very funny because look, dare to say that there's just a supporter of Sigismund here in this podcast, but I will just something because as I know a lot of history. In history, Franz Kempen in 1490 he took part.
Okay, shush. No. Mute him.
I knew this was
You're
coming.
fantasizing.
No, we're not going to. We will not discuss such peasantry matters in this chat.
Let me say something. In 1418, Franz Kempen took part of the Hussite Wars and took the side of Sigismund against Jan Žižka.
No, I've been outed. I can't believe I've been outed in chat. Unbelievable. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. Take me away. I'm going to the bailiff.
No, don't worry.
To the gallows with you.
The bailiff can kiss my ass, remember?
Plus,
that was...
you know, Hanish is only in charge till I grow up. You know.
I love that quest. That's the KCD one where you fight Hans in the tavern. Brilliant.
Indeed.
And that at the moment, I thought, oh, this Hans, he's going to be the baddie, and he's going to be like just like an arsehole. But
and I think an arsehole is probably a very good way to say it. For real.
Hans is the baddie, guys. Hans is the baddie.
He was for a short time, but then
you got to break it to you too cruelly.
But Deliverance 2, he becomes the baddie.
I mean, in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, he spends half the time in fucking jail cells, so you know, can't really do much from there.
And also being tricked.
Yeah.
He's just the damsel in distress. It's okay.
He's a victim.
One of the hardest things in KCD2 was watching you walk to the gallows with a very sad look on your face. Yeah. With that music blasting, it was...
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to highlight the music that was playing?
Very horrible.
You know,
like,
for all the things,
surely not.
For all the things that we can say about Hans, though, I must admit that he goes through a lot of fucking shit.
He does.
And he always comes out of it with a smile on his face, and maybe he's a little bit pissed off, but he's like, he gets back up on the horse and he goes again. He's like, right, another adventure. That's pretty
Okay, but why is he always happy at the end?
Because I think it's because like he naturally has a kind of positive disposition on life. I think he wants to enjoy life. He's a young guy, and he also like he desperately wants to fill his father's shoes. He wants to prove himself. You know, he's got big ambitions, and I think, you know, there's no time in his mind to be woe is me. Oh God, you know how terrible. Like, he vents and he gets it out, and then he moves on, and he's like, right. But yeah, it's he goes through a lot of shit for sure.
He does. I want to welcome in my new speakers. We've got Ray and Iron Lieutenant, I believe you're called. If I've got that wrong, forgive me.
Hi.
Hello, how are you doing?
Bonjour.
Hello.
How are we doing? All right?
Yeah, we're doing good. You can call me Neo, by the way.
Neo.
The rest is just a prefix.
Welcome.
Interesting.
Thank you, my lord.
Interesting. I gotta say, you know, despite the disconnect from the first, this was not the original podcast. The last one somehow just disconnected and lost everyone, and I was panicking in case it didn't, you know, take the whole recording. So this is why, you know, this one's just, yeah, a lifesaver, a chair to fall back on. And so I don't even actually know how many people are in this. So wow, there's loads.
77 other listeners plus whoever else is showing
Just
up.
like 135 people.
And I still got to.
Oh yeah, that's right. 135 in this space.
I think two of
Where
my.
do you guys see that?
I think two
on the
questions
means of KCD X space. If you click on his name, it'll pop it up. I think. Yeah, it says 128 now, but
128 people are currently listening in. Wow! Thank you ever so much, everybody, for your support. It really is, you know, an honour and a privilege. And as I say, it's not just me; it's everyone else here. Thank you for making this possible. And I think Luke has disconnected from speakers, but he's still a listener. Right. Another question from my followers was, well, they said me, but I'm going to say this as everybody. Would we perhaps one day visit the locations of the games?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I am doing that this summer.
Really? Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're doing a Euro trip. Well, we're doing a Bohemia trip. We're going to go to the Ratai event that's organized by Sir Dooney.
Yeah.
And then I've got 2 weeks
for
off
that.
in the meantime. Yeah, it's going to be a blast. I've been there last year.
I will try and get there, guys, but it's a little bit of a struggle.
If you need a
Please do
ride,
your
I'll be in
best,
Prague the
please.
day before.
Yeah, but I'm coming from Rock for People. That's the problem.
I'm coming from the Netherlands. So
Yeah.
I'd be coming from California, so it's a bit of a flight.
California.
And me from France.
I promise I will be posting pictures.
good. We had a
Yes.
Japanese event
I
last
can't
year,
make it.
so
Is this Ratai event that's happening in June? Or am I?
yes,
Yes.
it is.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh,
It's the 14th of June, and then a week later, it's the Kuttenberg event, the Royal Silvering, which is Saturday and the Sunday.
I
I
unfortunately
recommend going
can't
to the
attend.
Saturday.
But I hope everyone who is going has a great time, of course. And I hope the event's cancelled. I hope you all don't go. And I'm very jealous.
Aww.
There, Dan. I'm as broke as Henry is at the beginning of KCD 2 after
What?
the
Where's
Well, it's
Roxy?
not a problem then, because you can just rob the all the baddies.
Oh, I think Roxy's had enough. I can't.
No,
see
you
her
rob
anymore.
all the goodies.
True, you rob all the goodies off the baddies.
That's true.
I think Roxy's having some issues.
Well, do you know, I've just had to reconnect as well. I was panicking again in case this one bloody went, you know, caved in like the last one. So
Yeah. I
Hopefully
think
Roxy will join us
she'll go back when she can.
At least there's no sound effects now, so that's
Yeah, she's crashed quite a few times, so I think she's just having issues.
Yeah.
I'm sure Roxy will come back.
Cyber Jill.
So, did anybody find the vampire in the Gutenberg tunnels?
Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
No. Who said no?
I said no.
Yeah,
Because I slacked and didn't do a lot of side quests in the Gutenberg map.
Oh, come on, Sean.
I'm sorry.
That's
the thing
rid
is,
of my bug. That was good.
then the second playthrough that means that I could just really take my time and do everything. Like I could find Hans before the wedding and stuff like that. So
there's lots of loot under Gutenberg. Lots of it.
Yes, highly recommend having a peek.
Yes, though it's not so easy to navigate. But I think at the start, when you get the map of the tunnels, it gets a bit easier when you uncover a few entrances. Like
I feel like I never had any
in
need to
Gutenberg.
do that. I was disgustingly rich, like an hour into the Gutenberg region. I had like 65,000 groschen at some point. Like, what am I gonna do with
How
this?
did you do that?
All right, no, I'm at 17K
I don't know. I just sell
right
armor.
Yeah, just sell armor.
Yeah, true.
Out
Fair enough.
really fast, so I
Yeah,
just
but-
also sell so many of like Henry's level potions or just extra stuff because it's so easy.
True. I think they nerfed it on the 1.2 update, right?
I feel like all the merchants though didn't have enough money where I would have to I would stock up like a bunch more the armor and stuff too, and then I would get to a bunch of people, then I'd sell a handful of items, and then they would all be out of groschen, and then I would still have a bunch of stuff to sell. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd
I
do
mean,
it
which is
in
fine,
waves. I'd make the
but-
whole region go broke, and then I'd just wait a few days, and they'd get money again, and then I'd make them go broke again. So I had it all.
They definitely slow-boated it in this second game because the first game seemed like the moment you got into like killing bandits, you started making money real quick. The high-level stuff. Yeah, and this one it felt harder, but it also felt more complete this go around. So I didn't mind it as much. And there was a lot to discover. Like the first map I completed pretty much 100%.
Yeah.
But the second map I couldn't even get close. I mean, it's insane how quick that was.
True. The second one, so.
You know what? There's a secret. In fact, I don't know if I should say this, but in fact, the second map should have been more bigger. In fact, to be frankly, I discovered in files of the game that the game map of the second map it should have been more bigger with more locations around. I discovered a lot of old files that weren't used in the game, so I'm pretty surprised and curious of how it should have been the second map.
Yeah, well, we worked together on that
Yeah,
that one
exactly.
video that we did,
Yes.
and I know like by heart, it's like there's a lot of stuff missing, but it's a video game, and they
Yeah.
have to there are limitations that they have
Yes.
that they have to work around, and I think they did it beautifully.
Yes, and it's already very big.
Yeah, it's huge.
It is
huge.
Which map would you say is bigger, Trotsky or Gutenberg?
It's
Gutenberg.
the second map, Gutenberg. It should have more villages, fortresses, really a lot.
Yeah.
I'd just like to welcome in the new peasants
Yeah.
that I just invited in from the Discord.
Yeah, I noticed
welcome,
it.
everybody.
I noticed.
Welcome.
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 Luke, is there any chance you could persuade Tom to come on tonight, or is that not possible?
I could give it a go. I think with it being a Saturday night, I imagine not. But
No, that's fine then. Oh yeah.
What about Eric or
I gotta
or
say-
Sir Ratzik? I could
Oh,
give them a
Mikey
message.
Pete's and Jim.
In fact, I'm pretty surprised. As a French, there's no hate speech currently here about me for those who already finished the main story of Kingdom Hearts 2 and about Vauclin Brabant. For those who knows.
Oh man, don't talk about that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I cried, and I cried for my adder.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
For Adder.
Oh, Adder.
He had like before when I was sending out the press releases around the Polish media about this character. I knew that he was just gonna be in the game, like just a Polish character, and that's it.
Yeah.
I also knew, the backstory because he's kind of based on one of the characters from Polish movie, and this movie is the characters in the movie are, let's just say, they're not my favorite, and I thought he was not gonna be nice and clever even, and probably nobody's gonna like him and treat him like he's silly and he's just there being there. But oh my god, when I started playing it, when I finally found him, I fell in love with him. I love him with all my heart. And when I saw this very scene, this is probably like the most beautiful scene of someone dying I have ever seen.
I think the interesting thing about it too is the prayer. I'm also going just based on the English subtitles because I do not know Polish, but the prayer that he's saying is the exact same prayer as the one that he says when you first find him, like being hung from the tree. But the difference is when he's being hung from the tree, he says like, "But before I go, let me like bring these bastards' heads in," or whatever the hell he says. But then when he's actually dying, he says like, "Oh, what I don't even remember exactly. I'm going to paraphrase, but he's like, "Oh, but I know that I did a lot of awful stuff, but I think I did stuff to people that are worse than me, so I hope that makes up for it." So it's almost like it ties back to when you first meet him. He's almost like, I don't want to say remorseful, but he does have an arc, and I think it's really sweet.
Yeah.
Mind blown again.
Yeah.
I did not notice that.
Like, to be fair, I'm not sure if there was ever a Polish character that's been portrayed so nicely, because he doesn't like. I don't want to say there is much depth into him, but there is some. Like at the end when he's dying, my God, I don't think there is literally any like one person who doesn't feel bad and sorry, and then there's Janusz. Oh God.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that was a rough scene.
Yeah,
watching
it
him
was.
die, yeah.
And I guess you all know that at the end of the game, we know that Miss Stephanie got a child, and in fact, this child belongs to Henry as a father.
Wait, is that actually a scene, or is that just
It's just speculation, because according to Hans Keppen in the game, you can hear him that he's
oh
saying,
yeah, I've seen that.
Yes.
That was yeah, because he's like, think about it, like Lady Stephanie's like pregnant all of a sudden,
Yes,
and like
exactly.
Divish, he's old and he probably can't, I'm not going to say it on podcast, so. So yeah, I mean, I had to make a meme of that because, like, is it? And do you know what? I kind of messed up with this meme because it's not Henry who hears like the conversation between Radzig and who I can't remember who he's speaking to. It's you're playing as Godwin at this point. It's where you're at the castle, and like Radzig saying, well, the question's asked, why isn't Sir Divish here? And it's like, haven't you heard the Lady Stephanie's with child? And he's just. You just know, don't you? If you did that quest, you're like, okay, yeah, Henry's going to be a dad. But if Divish finds out, then Henry's finished. And this time it will be Henry walking to the gallows, not Sir Hans.
And if we think a little about this, for example, Hans Keppen gets married with a lady called.
That's why we need KCD for. Sorry, Big Bad, to interrupt, but we'll just say that.
Oh my bad.
No, you carry on. I was just saying, but that's why, you know, a KCD3 would be brilliant. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
For example, if you think a little about this, Hans Kempen gets married with Jitka of Kronstadt, which is historically true, of course, and he get a child in 1404. So at the same time that Henry's sons get born. So if you think a little about this, that would be really cool if 20 years later there's the Hussite Wars and we follow the two childs from the two protagonists and who confront the Herrick, which we don't know where is it at the end of the game.
And I do think it's cool if you know anything about like the Hussite Wars. Hans's son is very like prominent in the. I forgot exactly what the nick. I'm blanking now. I know it, but the nickname he gets, it's like the King of East Bohemia, or whatever that nickname that he gets is in history. Like he's very important, so I think it would be really cool to pick up with his son that he did name after Henry, which I think is really cute.
Exactly, because in history, the son of Hans Kappel, which his name is Hinek of Prachtstein, he was a true warrior in this war. So that would be a very good opportunity for wars to make next Kinoken events with the son of
absolutely
get friend with the son of Hans Kappel and confront Herrick. Maybe
this story is not over. I will say that it's not finished.
Hope not.
So this is why, you know, again, there is gaps to be filled. I mean, we don't know what happens to people like Eric, you know, because Henry doesn't kill Eric. And then there's the
Eric needs to make a return.
Eric needs to kill Henry. That's just
he does.
To happen.
He does.
To continue the cycle.
No, wait. He needs to kill Hans.
Wait, who needs to make a return?
Kill Hans. Honestly, more than Henry, that would be perfect.
Yes, please. The perfect revenge.
No, Eric is not killing Henry, people.
No,
sorry.
Eric can't
He
kill
should kill Hans, though, because, you know, lover for love.
No, we like Hans.
No, but think about the arc. You have to think about the arc of, like, of Henry
people.
And Eric and Istvan. That would be perfect.
Well,
please make it happen.
We need Luke though still, so you know what? We can't kill Hans.
Yeah, guys.
Yeah, you
don't
can't
want
kill
He dies when the Hussite Wars began.
He's the king of Bohemia.
Look, I'm sorry to
go
tell
that
you this.
far.
I'm sorry to tell you this.
Luke.
I think there's a lot of people out there that want to see me die, and I've made my peace with that. Guys.
No, can't happen.
I'm dead, man. I'm already dead.
I'm sorry.
You'll continue to haunt the narrative.
You're whining like a fucking mule.
Live on in our dreams, Sir Istvan.
Death is easy.
You're dead. You're dead. No.
He's gonna haunt the narrative forever and ever and ever.
Yeah, it came back to haunt you, though, bitch.
Istvan can come back to haunt Henry still in his dreams, so that could be a thing.
Kind of talking about that, I love
writing, by the
how
way.
Henry created a version of Istvan in his head. Like that is not. I don't think Istvan about him as much as Henry thinks that he does.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Like, for me, it's if you want to go realist, then if it's a Catholic Middle Ages, right, then demons are kind of real, no?
I do think he becomes like Istvan becomes like Henry's demon. I mean, obviously, but he does create this version of him in his head, and it just becomes the counter. I think it's the polar opposite of his dad in his head. They just kind of
that's the psychological take.
Yeah.
I agree. But in the spiritual sake, I'm already haunting Trotsky Tower.
Oh no!
In the medieval times, though, they used to attribute fucking anything to demons and ghosts and stuff. Though, like there was one quest where it was very obviously rats that were causing the problem, and I was like, guys, seriously, it's rats, guys. It's fucking rats. But they were like, no, it's definitely demons.
Luke, man, I feel very, very strongly about this subject, but maybe it requires an entire podcast. But what the wise men of like the Middle Ages were recommending was normally the correct thing. So if you think about it, like if you look at a microbe under a microscope, it looks demonic.
Oh, really?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a biochemist, you know, like if you look at Ebola virus or you look at like the plague bacteria. They look like evil little monsters. And the wise men were describing legions of demons. They kept going on about legions of demons, invisible demons. And it's true. There are legions of invisible demons. That's what it is with the plague.
When you look at it like that, you're not half wrong, really.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
That's giving me
They definitely
completely
came to that conclusion by
They're
looking at
expressing things.
That's
They're expressing things. Yeah, I know. But if you let the bacteria grow on shit long enough, which they did in the Middle Ages, you can fucking see it with your naked eye. You don't need a microscope. So I think the wise men were expressing very important truths, but in the language of their time. I mean, they still had the same level of IQ. They were still like geniuses rocking around. You know, it's not that hard to figure out.
So you're a biochemist. You're a biochemist and an actor, dude. That's quite a rare combination.
Yeah, it's quite strange. Although I did meet a guy from Beverly Hills 90210. You know, the dad. Like the dad in Beverly Hills 90210 was actually originally a quantum physicist.
What about the neurophysicist? Neuroscientist on The Big Bang Theory as well.
Oh God,
that tracks.
Sorry, there's a comment from Mary KCD2 time of Lady Stephanie holding baby Isfan. So it's
fact. It's fact. She speaks fact.
It's quite far
Jesus
down,
Christ be
but
praised.
But Lady Stephanie gives birth to a baby Isfan from the Anatomy of Henry.
I got a question though. Was I the only one that was very happy and sad at the same time when I yeeted Istvan out of the castle?
I was a bit disappointed, to be honest.
I wanted to spare him.
It took me 4
It's
hours
really
to fight him, so I
funny.
cheered. I was not
It's
having
really
fun in that
funny.
I love you, Logan. Sorry, but I was
okay,
very
I feel your
happy
love.
to kill your character. But I love that. That's just a testament to how good you were in KCD 1 and 2.
Yeah,
because I wanted to kill you.
Yeah. No, fair enough, man. Fair enough. But I consider it a job well done.
When I reached the point in the game, when I reached the point in the game, Logan, that I had to fight you to the death, I only had a little bit of health left because I'd fucked a few things up along the way.
So you did it without honor, did you, Luke? Did you do it without any honor?
I mean, less said about that, the better. But I, unfortunately, all it took for you to kill me was one hit. So I was like on stream, and I was like, "Oh my God, I can't let him hit me once." So I was like blocking like mad. And
I'm dangerous, man. I'm dangerous.
You're a dangerous motherfucker. Is what I'm trying to say.
I'm dangerous, a little dangerous.
So I fucking killed you without honor. I shoved you out the window, you little shit.
I did the same, and I'm proud of it.
They just booted me out the window.
We have.
I did it with honor, though.
We have a great steak bake.
Well, I do everything with honor. It doesn't matter what it is. I'm a fucking noble.
I do think it was cool though when I killed him. I wasn't too like, oh, I'm gonna miss this guy. Not because I don't like him, but because I knew he wasn't going anywhere. Like the way that he had been developed, I was like, this man is not leaving Henry's. He's gonna show up again. I would cheer every time he had a nightmare scene because those were so well done.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah, the writing was amazing.
We have a Greg steak bake in
well.
listening in.
You've got a steak bake in chat. Oh my God.
If you scroll down, there's a Greg steak bake listening to us. So,
steak bake, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Dan, can I read another question?
What was that? Sorry.
Can I read another question?
Oh, you're taking my limelight again, Patricia.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can give it back to you.
I'm Dan's villain arc.
No, you go for it, Patricia. What's the question from the lovely community?
So the question is for both Logan and Luke. And the question is, how do you think Hans' view of Istvan Toth differs from Henry's, and how come?
Wow, I don't know. I'll let them answer.
That's a good question. I mean, it probably doesn't differ all that much. It's interesting actually because Hans doesn't talk about Istvan a lot.
I don't think we really know each other.
We don't. We never come into much contact at all.
No, it's only when we're shouting across like jail cells or.
That was brilliant. That was.
Right?
And you've got to remember that, like, the thing is that Henry has got a real, personal vendetta with Istvan, and Hans really hasn't much. He's kind of preoccupied.
Some guy.
Yeah, but it's obviously you do. I mean, the thing is, if you think about it, I'm always saying to Henry, will you let go of that fucking sword? Like, stop it. Like, get over it. It's a fucking sword. So I think there's there is an element of, like, it doesn't matter. But then also, we do have some altercations. So I think it just means a lot more to Henry. But of course, I don't think I like him at all, obviously. But obviously, yeah, it's definitely means more to Henry.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I think so. I agree. I don't think they really know each other. I think it's a bit of a who the fuck is this guy kind of situation for Istvan.
Yeah.
Because you are a nobleman for sure, but I'm coming from the kind of Badlands, you know what I mean? So I'm not necessarily fully aware of everyone. I'm not like, tooled up on who's who and who's that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're a real rebel, and I'm more traditional noble.
No. I serve the one true king. You're the rebel.
The shit has hit the fan, mate.
5 minutes of critical thinking, Luke. Wow. That's all it requires.
Wenceslas for king. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, started a trend now.
Sigismund for life.
Oh, we've got Sigismund fans and we've got Wenceslas fans. Logan, I have a question for you, if I may.
Go for it.
No, in KCD 1, I remember you saying that not only you voiced Istvan, you also did NPCs and bandits.
Yeah.
Did you do the same for KCD 2 at all?
They're everywhere.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. You can hunt me down all over the place.
Just know that I will be hunting you down.
Well, Chris, you posted something the other day from a peasant that sounded like a absolute simpleton.
I need to get my clips because I was playing the other day and I got to some guy and I was like,
"Let's go, please
post it." I said it to my friend.
Because you're doing you don't understand. You're doing I mean, Luke, you probably had the same experience, right? They're asking you to do 25 different characters or something, and you've got to come up with 25 accents. And I did all the peasants kind of northern accents, like different types of northern accents, and then all the guards were kind of Cockney. They were kind of from London, so that's my London accent versus my northern accent.
They're from Czech. Not
The peasants are northern. I think that's established.
Yeah.
I was a bit upset that I didn't get to play more different characters, but they were just like they said with Tom and I, it might just be a little bit too obvious, and they were like we kind of. I think I played.
Well, I think Chris said that she hunted you down the other day.
I found you as a cobbler in Rattay, Luke. Yeah.
Great, lovely. I think I did play one or two various characters, but it wasn't that much. But as I'm playing through at the moment, I'm hearing Logan everywhere. I'm hearing James. I'm hearing Alex.
Jim probably. Jim.
Yeah, Jim's in there a lot.
Yeah.
No,
I remember playing KCD 1, and I remember I was fighting bandits and stuff, and I was like, Mark Cram. It's a lot of your first bandits that you encounter have this kind of American accent, and then when you first encounter the most badass bandit, then it's Jim.
Yeah, do you know that bit in the second game where we have that tense conversation by the pond, by Rock Tower Pond? I forget the name of the character. Yeah, the very beginning in the prologue where he's like, what does he say? Yeah, what's his name? The guy when we're all on horseback.
Let me check real quick.
Is this KCD?
I heard his voice, and I was like, I sent a WhatsApp message to Jim. I'm like, "Is this you?" And he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah. It's I forget the name of the character, but anyway, so that guy is Jim. But then I said on my stream when that happened, I was like, I'm going to blow everyone's minds. That is fucking arse and balls.
Yes, arse and balls.
Arse and balls.
Yeah, that was a really funny scene in KCD 1. That was really great.
What are you doing, my Clara, you cunt?
Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Sorry for the language.
I did it. I found Logan. He's in Sigismund's camp. When you have to
No way.
one human leader dies, he's one of the guys that you like interrogate or whatever. Because I remember playing that going.
Oh, you were that guy.
In my head canon, Istvan is all of these people. He's just in like deep undercover.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Just see all secretly Istvan.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just roaming about.
So that guy you kill at Sigismund's camp is voiced by you, Logan.
I have no idea. I could easily be scattered all over the map. I've done a lot.
This is the problem.
In KCD 1 as well, yeah. There was a lot of different characters. I'm not going to tell you one of them because it's literally my worst voice acting ever, and there is a long story behind why I'm so terrible in this one scene, but like I'm really still pretty embarrassed about it, so I'll keep it to myself.
No, you now have to tell us about it.
Tell us.
Okay. It's Merhied, right? It's Merhied, and this is nobody's fault. This is my fault, really. And so I started the character. I think he's called Melakar.
Oh, Melakar!
I found him the other day.
Yeah, I know. It's so fucked up because I am the leader of the village, right? That is poisoned by Istvan.
So you poisoned a village run by you?
My own village. So the guy that you meet when you go to the village poisoning scenario in KCD 1 is me.
You need help, mate.
Wow.
And I started off the accent in like Southwest, and then slowly, because I'm not very good at the Southwest accent, I kind of lost it. And then I kind of wandered off into Welsh. And then I wandered off into Irish, and then it just goes on this kind of weird spiral. And I'd forgotten about it. And then I started playing the game, and I got to this scene, and I'm like, oh my God, this is bad. Oh my God. And then I was reading all the criticisms for voice acting, and I was like, oh God. And then they did it. They brought that character back in a DLC, and I had to go in and voice him again. And I remember telling the woman, I was like, I really fucked that up. Like, I can't do that. And she's like, what happened? And I explained the situation. She just went, do it again.
Wow.
Maybe he's just a well-traveled man. We'll never know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, in the DLC, that character, his voice just wanders all over the place as well.
Excellent.
Am I able to ask a quick question?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
This is actually for Luke and Logan, because I feel like I have to ask this because my wife and I love this character so much. But do you guys know who voices the guy that Hans is fighting in the beginning at the tavern when he goes, Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein.
Oh, do you know what? I don't know who that is.
That's in KCD 1.
No, KCD.
No, it's in KCD 2.
It's where...
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
because, like I said, my wife and I die every time we hear that, and I just wanted to know if somehow Logan did the voice of that person, that would be the coolest thing.
I don't think so.
Capon.
Motion capture.
He is brilliant. That made me laugh.
I need to play the game again because I need to pick these up.
He's so good, but I don't know who that was. I'm
oh, come on.
I'm
Luke.
aware of so many of the actors, and I do try to shout them out on stream and be like, right, I know who that is. This is this person. Go look him up. But with him, he really stood out. But I was like, oh God, I don't know who that is because it was a voiceover. It wasn't a motion capture scene, so we would not have.
That wasn't okay.
Yeah.
There's this bit in KCD 1. There's an actor called Mark Cram who's one of the improvisers from my old theatre company, and basically when you get to Townburg for the first time and you have to stand watch on the battlements, I remember standing there and basically you're just staring out into the pitch black medieval darkness, and you're like, oh fuck, I've got 6 hours of this, and then this guy comes up over your shoulder in like a Southern state American accent, goes, "Hey, you don't know, you can just go to sleep." I was like, "Oh, okay." He's like really good, like Mark. I love him, but like it was a thick Georgia accent.
The random American accents in game jump scare me so bad. It's so
I
funny.
like it though. I like it. Honestly, I find it quite funny. Yeah. I just thought it was like jank, But then he comes to this question about why everybody in medieval Bohemia has a British accent, So I thought it was good that they took it in a more authentic kind of Czech German accent direction as well, with more characters like that flavor, because it enhances the realism for me anyway.
I love they went that way for
Hello,
KCD.
milady. Hello, milady.
Playing KCD 1 and Godwin started talking, and he's just became American, which I had totally forgotten from the second game, but it scared me so bad. I didn't realize it was him. She's like, "Hello, young lad," or whatever the hell he says. I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess we're doing this."
Yeah. I mean, the guy who played Godwin in part 1 as well was another friend of mine, Scott Williams, with that American accent. I loved it. Like, I although I appreciate it's kind of immersion breaking to hear American. Oh, it's so funny.
To tell you
So
all,
brilliant.
I played Kingdom Hearts 2 with my language. Well, not in fact with my language. So I decided to put original version, also English version in Kingdom Hearts 2 instead of my language French, and it was really hilarious to hear Sir Vauclin Brabant trying to speak English with some French words in his sentences, and it was hilarious for me as a French people to hear him speaking English really in a special way.
Guys, I must bid you adieu. I thank you for inviting me onto the podcast. It's been really fun.
Luke, I can't thank you enough for coming on tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Luke. You're awesome.
It was my pleasure.
I definitely will be doing these again. And yeah, you are always welcome to jump on. You don't have to ask, just come along and and bring Tom next time if he wants to come along.
That's who we all really want.
That's your goal, Luke.
Not Hans.
Hey, come on,
come on.
I am thrilled to have both Isfan and Hans Cape on in the game. Not in the game, but in the podcast. So,
yeah, I'll see if he'll come on next time. But yeah, thank you so much.
And, no worries. Take care, Luke.
All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. Bye.
Take care.
Bye, Luke.
Bye, Luke.
Then test Fortuna Yavat.
Merci beaucoup.
Bye.
Bye.
Good old Luke.
What a great guy. Hey, Sordoni just
Sordoni joined. Maybe he can do us a little favor by telling us more about the event that's coming up on June 15th.
Sordoni, he's in the house.
Please. Welcome.
If Sordoni wants to jump on, he's more than welcome to.
No pressure there, Sordoni.
No pressure at all.
Yeah, we're not putting any peer pressure on you. Join, talk.
Tell us about your adventure as an NPC in KCD 1. Well, several NPCs.
So
I think it's the coolest thing that he's been doing all these events around and just keeps doing them. And now with KCD 2, he's just taking it to the next
Absolutely.
level.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I wish I could just jump on a plane and go. I guess I could, but
you could, why not?
There's a
Fly to
financial
Amsterdam, I'll take
part
you.
of it. Yeah,
me too.
I'll take you from Amsterdam to.
Yeah, I know, but it's not something easy to do, and I'm actually saving up for a trip in 2027. But it's actually to the Netherlands with my family and stuff, and that's like my focus. But eventually, I'm gonna make it up there. Like the next 5 years, I'm hoping to be able to get down there and see all the sites, and then maybe there'll be less people there because this first year is probably gonna be crazy. A lot of people gonna be coming and seeing the sites.
Yeah, I would like so much to go travel in Zechia to go visit Gutenberg and Rattay, but I got exams in June. But I would love so much to participate in these events.
Cool.
It'll be fun.
Oh, I just want to welcome in a new speaker. We've got Sir Kota, if I've said your name correctly. Welcome.
Welcome in.
Sir Kota.
Welcome.
Hi, I just wanted to request in case I need you to say anything, but yeah, I'm just listening.
Oh, no worries. You're gonna say if you want to speak. No, don't be shy. We are one big happy community. But I don't know where Roxy's got to. It's a bit unusual.
Tech issues, I guess.
Just gone.
Yeah, I don't think she's coming back. I'm guessing her.
Well, I
technical
dropped her an
issues.
invite, but if she can't come, then that's fair enough. But,
I don't know what time it is in London right now.
Oh, it's like nearly 11 o'clock here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting late.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm struggling to stay awake myself anyway. So just trying to let's read the comments. Is there anything people have said at all, or
There's a whole lot of comments.
a whole lot of comments?
A whole lot of comments.
One question I will ask: did anybody court any women? Did no one stay loyal to Teresa at all? Did people have a romance with Rosa or Catherine or Clara?
I just had a lot of wenches so far.
Oh, right.
I ended up romancing Rosa in my playthrough. I kind of regret it. I wish I did Catherine, but that's the next playthrough.
I was meant to be loyal to Teresa throughout the whole game, but somehow I ended up having intimacy with Catherine. So,
Ooh.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
just stumbled across
I didn't know
it.
it was
Yeah,
going
you
to
just rolled
happen.
into
I just didn't know, because it was obviously, the bit on the battlements before you escape the castle. I can't remember what it's called, and I'm not going to pronounce it in case I mess up. It's it's where she's like, be careful and take care of yourself, and then they just start snogging. I'm like, oh, okay, they're snogging. And this was like on live stream. I was streaming it on Twitch, and the next thing you know, I see Henry's bare ass and Catherine with her legs open, and then just like, shit, I can't show this. And then, yeah, pleasures of the flesh is on the screen, and then I'm just, oh god.
And next thing you know, you're banned from Twitch.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get a warning from Twitch with all Henry's bum in your face and just oh dear. But I had to go back and I can't save this. I had to go back. But then worst case scenario, I got the bad ending. So Martin said to me, "I am just like you, Logan. I am just like his fan." So
I guess you.
And now my mum and dad don't want to speak to me
The
anymore.
base ending, actually.
Yeah.
I got a great ending.
I know, I've always gotten the good ending. I think the way you can avoid the bad ending, you just have to apologize. I've never, even when I was playing totally dishonorable playthroughs, as long as I was just like, yeah, I'm sorry, they were like, okay, we're proud of you.
It's that's Catholicism, though, right?
Yeah. I think that's, obviously that's what Henry's mindset is. It's what's instilled on him, so.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I knew I should have taken that.
I'm sorry I did all that murder.
Can I just ask, did anybody get the Teresa ending at all?
I haven't finished the game yet.
There is a Teresa ending?
You shouldn't be if you haven't finished the game.
I don't mind.
I don't know if I want to speak out of turn here, but Twitter seems to be telling me that the only way to play this romantically is hands.
On Twitter,
I didn't do anything else.
You can do, but that's all I'm seeing on my feed is hysteric and fucking Handry.
That's what I'm saying. There seems to be very little kind of straight representation. Maybe it's just my algorithms now, but I don't know.
No,
Tell
I
me.
see it all the time.
Is
And
there
I'm just
a huge Catherine fandom that I don't know about?
Exactly. I mean, I don't see anything for
Logan,
Rosa. I
it's
don't
'cause
see
you
anything for
follow
Catherine.
back all the people who are in the hunt.
It's just Isfan and Eric.
I know. That's why I'm asking, because it might be my fault. I appreciate that I'm probably blinding myself here. So tell me what's going on. Is there a huge Catherine fandom that I don't know about?
No, there isn't.
Not that I can see.
No, there isn't, right? So Hans is canon, right?
Yeah.
Hans is canon.
I mean,
Hans and Henry is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Hans
by a long way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so we all know.
Most people who are in the Hansi part of the fandom think that the Catherine romance is a little out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think I'd probably
agree.
agree. I think I'd probably agree with that. I think it's either what Dan's saying, which is Teresa, or Hans. If they do end up making the film, right? If they do make the film, they're going to have to pick one way. They can't have him like James Bond, right? So
They could.
Just be my feed. The only
oh,
time
man,
I've
that would
seen
be. I think that would be cheap. I can't see them doing that. I honestly can't see them doing the kind of Bond thing.
So hold up. You said something about a film. They're actually trying to move that forward.
There's going to be a KCD.
No, the only thing that I know about that, the only thing that I know is what Sir Toby's already told you, which is that a long time ago, I think it was optioned, which meant when I think Netflix reserved or another
yes,
company
I remember
reserved.
that.
Yeah, they reserved the
was like
rights to make
5
it, and then
years
they
ago, I think.
expired during COVID.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And I think like now, there's almost certainly going to be some kind of attempt. But just thinking about it just for a second, I think there'd be there's quite a lot of complications with it. But if they do something like that, then they would have to pick kind of one playthrough, right?
Yeah.
And it seems to me that if I was them, I would go with, Brokeback Night. I mean, that seems to be the popular one.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man.
Isn't that what it is?
Because it also feels the most complete.
Tell me if I'm getting the wrong perception.
This is the
all right, like tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Probably has to be. It probably has to be that or Teresa.
Yeah,
but,
right. It has to be that or
because, like you
Teresa.
said,
yeah.
Because even though I romanced Rosa and I regret it, and I wish I did Catherine, but it's still like the fandom, I guess, speaks. And I feel like those are the two biggest
story,
sides.
isn't it? That's why people are talking about Hysteric so much, because Hansry like naturally leads you to comparisons with Hysteric, which means the story becomes deeper. That was the argument that was being made that I read, and I couldn't disagree with that, unless you go with like pure Teresa kind of thing, maybe.
Well,
if I was the producer right now having that conversation, I'd probably say it's going to have to be Hans, Daniel. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Fair enough.
That's my
feel like if
opinion.
they-
Like again, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm saying nothing.
Well,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm just looking at the potential for a third game, and I go, well, we need Hans's son, which is good, and then we need more sons there too. So I mean, I guess it could be a fling. Like it actually kind of looks like it's in the game too. It seems like a fling because Hans has to grow up and marry this other lady now afterwards. But
Hans doesn't grow up.
I don't know if I would call it a fling because I think it was. I saw an interview where Luke says it. He says like for them to risk everything to do that, there's got to be more than just like attraction there. That's got to be deeper. That's got to be like real love. So that's how I've always seen it. It doesn't seem like a fling. Like Bartosz feels like a fling, like all that kind of stuff, but not.
Yeah, and it's acted like real love as well. I would say it's acted, and the stuff that I've seen, it's acted like real love. Whereas the other stuff is acted a little bit more like a fling, except maybe Teresa.
Now,
like,
Teresa for me is the end goal for Henry.
Same.
Mate.
Yeah, and I maybe agree with you.
Teresa's
I kind of lean that way too.
But I think Hans is going to get more people in the cinema, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's how
And
I
just
always
like
felt.
the potential for angst, like in the story, if they do make like a movie, is just so like intense for like how much you'd be like hiding it and stuff. It's just really good
if they went
for like
with,
a story perspective.
with Teresa, it would be just a very like cookie cutter knight story. Like, oh, guy gains potential because he has a knight, and there's a woman waiting back for him, and they're both very strong. Like, it just feels less unique, I guess, if they just went with that, because especially with the movie, you have to cut so many aspects from taking like a 100-something hour game, or I guess it'd be like 300 hours total if you went with both games in a movie. So that'd be, I don't know. I feel like you'd lose a lot of the like originality of it.
It could be cute if they went with like an Odysseus and Penelope type like thing. But again, I think that would be a thing like really a little bit hard considering the story. But the whole like, oh, she's waiting at home thing, that could be a little bit cute, but I don't know.
And it would also kind of intensify the Hans drama.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so evil. Sorry, evil gang. I'm really evil.
Evil gang.
Oh, that's
Evil
that's
gang.
the Istvan coming out again.
I'll be right back. I gotta put a pie in the oven real quick because I haven't had dinner.
I am gonna start thinking about wrapping this up soon, folks, because I'm struggling to stay awake because it's like 11 here and my bed is
Fair enough,
falling.
Yeah.
I just want to obviously coming to the end of this. Logan, I had to ask, can you please reenact some of your Istvan lines if you want to?
Please.
War is a
please.
nasty business. The stronger dog. Fuck the bitches.
I love that one.
Let's
That's the
go.
best line.
And also the when you turn around and you see Henry and you just don't give up, do you?
You just don't give up, do you?
Yes.
Thank you,
I'm
Logan.
getting
This
chills.
is a great service to the community. Thank you.
10 out of 10. Love it.
No worries. Much appreciated. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
Logan, you're the best, man.
It's all good. No worries.
Logan, will you join us on the event in Ratai and Kuttenberg this year or not?
Yes, I would like to. We have to figure out the transport as we're talking about. But yes, in theory, yes, I would love to come.
If you need a ride from Prague, I'll be there on the 13th.
Yeah,
I
it's not
wouldn't mind
Prague
taking
though.
you
I
with
have to
me.
get from wherever it is, like Pardubice or something.
Logan, could you do the
Yes.
no one will hand anything on a platter?
No one will hand anything on a platter to men like you and me.
I love that line.
Sorry, that was a little bit moustache twirling because it's a little bit late.
That was brilliant. I actually thought you.
No worries,
I actually thought you say that to Henry, not Eric. Because
No, yeah, I know. In the trailer,
Yeah.
it looks like that. That's why I thought that was
Yeah.
a great choice in the trailer. Because it kind of, I didn't even know. Even though I played it, I was like, "Is he going to team up with this man? Oh, that'd be brilliant." You know what I mean? He kind of finally gets it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no shit. I've been an idiot my entire life. You're right, Isfan.
Brilliant.
My parents were weak. You're strong."
I'm joining you.
Yeah,
really-
exactly. Yeah.
The fact that they did that in the trailer too, it really shows more of the parallels between Eric and
Yeah,
Henry and
I agree. I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I think my favorite meme in the kind of meme wars that are going on was the choice between the fairy tale castle with the rainbows and the unicorns and the nightmare castle with the lightning as the choice between Hansry versus Hysteric. That to me really captured it.
So none of my memes are good enough for you then, Logan.
The meme war is getting pretty intense on X.
I feel like Obi-Wan now that there's a disturbance in the force.
I open X and I just see myself getting murdered in a variety of different ways.
Okay.
I think it was the other day. Someone, Sab, basically punched me to death with steel gauntlets.
Wow.
Just boxed me.
That's not nice.
That was brutal. That was a brutal one.
Can I ask as well, who buries Istvan underneath where he fell from?
I have no idea about that, man. I don't
Did
know.
anybody grab his chaperone, or what if I pronounce that
I don't know.
correctly?
It looks to me like Istvan is probably dead. Dead. But who knows?
And also,
alchemy is powerful.
When you try and read wearing your hat, you can't read because your hat is in the way. That's a bug. That is, or a glitch that Warhorse needs to work on. It's if you go to your grave, this is where you are, you bastard.
Yeah, but do they though, Dan? Do they? Should you really be going up to Eric dressed as Istvan?
Yes.
That to me is
I would
hardcore dark playthrough, and I've seen some stuff where I don't know whether it's modded, but he literally goes up to Eric and he's fully dressed as Istvan. That is based, right? But it's also psychotic. It's psychotic.
Trying to fight Eric was bloody hard.
Doing that and then just shoot him. Honestly, that's the only way I can.
Yeah,
beat
exactly.
Eric.
I shot him with a crossbow 3 times, and that's how I beat him. But
not a crossbow. I mean, the pistol.
when he hits you with the sword,
Blew that man up.
you die. Literally in one swing, he will kill you, and it's just so
This is what I'm
frustrating.
saying. He is some kind of super weapon. Eric is some kind of weird super weapon.
It's like Runt
As he
2.0.
should. Come on, he's the
Genuinely,
best.
He's running on pure spite. What do you think?
Run 2.0.
Genuinely.
Pure spite and coffee.
Good old Eric, you know.
For 45 minutes, just master striking over and
Yeah,
over
exactly.
and
I
over.
was the same. Like 52 master strikes, and like he literally lost like a tad bit of life. And I'm just saying, like,
Didn't go down at all for me.
this is on stream as well. I'm getting really angry with the fact I can't like kill Eric. Well, you can't kill him anyway, like, you know. But
I didn't have a problem
Hey,
with
Dan.
him, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I died like 2 or 3 times, but I used a pole axe the entire game, so I didn't have the master strike. But I was asked the time that I beat him. I don't think he hit me once, which is weird because he whooped my ass the other 2 or 3 times.
He's very
So
difficult
I
to
don't know
beat.
how
He's
it works.
very difficult. Right, folks. I think it's time to call this podcast to an end. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for coming on to the podcast night, taking time out of your Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, wherever you are in the world. And of course, special thanks to you, Logan, and of course to Luke, who is gone now. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you, and thank you to Patricia as well.
Oh yeah,
That
to
was
Patricia
great,
for standing in for Satobi.
Patricia.
Yeah,
was great.
fantastic.
Yeah, Patricia. We need a Roxy sound effect now, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen. And
Stop it, guys! I'm gonna cry.
no, you are brilliant.
No, it's lovely. Really
Thank
good.
you.
Really good work. Thanks.
Awesome.
So we've got new speakers as well tonight. So thank you to everyone who has come forward and wanted to speak with the rest of us. So obviously, there's no need to be shy. If you want to speak, then just do it. No one's gonna, if anyone disrespects you, they can bug off. But nah, that's not the case on here. But yeah, so
that never happened.
No, not at all. So the next podcast I will do will probably be after the first DLC, which I believe is being released in May. Am I correct, Patricia?
First DLC in May?
I think Satobi said that the first DLC is going to be released. Not the artist quest, I think it is.
Now I'm confused, so I will not confirm nor deny.
Okay.
I've had
I'm
a
sure.
different date on mine. But I
maybe I'm
will
wrong.
certainly keep you guys posted.
Okay, so the official thing that we have is the road ahead. I think that's the only thing we have.
Oh yeah.
So in spring we get the free updates, the barber feature, hardcore mode, and horseback riding, racing. Sorry, I think we got that. In the summer we should get brushes with death DLC.
Yeah, that's the one.
Absolutely.
Autumn is going to be
And the photo mode update. Wait, what?
Autumn is going to be Legacy of the Forge, and the winter is going to be Mysteria. I can't read that.
Is that the monastery Sedlets? Like there's a big sickness going around.
Yeah. It's the last.
So who's looking forward to hardcore mode on the 15th?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I'm not.
I'm finishing my playthrough. I actually enjoy the game this time right now, so I can. Because the first time I went through the game, I didn't actually. I was kind of speedrunning the story. I didn't really do any side quests, so I'm actually doing that this time. But I'm very excited for hardcore mode because it's more fun.
Excellent. Right, folks. Thank you once again for coming on to the podcast, and of course,
thank you, Dan.
To
Thanks for
everyone
having
for
us.
making it possible.
Thank you, Dan. Good night, everyone.
Logan,
loved it.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night,
Thanks,
people.
everyone. This was
Thanks,
awesome.
Logan.
And if-
Thanks, Patricia. Thanks, Dutch.
And if
Thanks,
you are
everybody.
Thank you.
watching this on my Memes of KCD YouTube, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That would really help me out. Until next time, folks, take care.
See
And
ya.
I'll see you again probably mid-June, round about then. That's when I aim to do my next podcast. So,
Wonderful.
great. So, yes, folks, once again, take care, and I'll
Take
I'll
care,
see
guys.
you
Good
again
night,
real
everybody.
soon. Obviously, you know the bit on the battlements before you escape the castle. I can't remember what it's called, and I'm not going to pronounce it in case I mess up. It's at the night. it's where she's like, be careful and like take care of yourself. And then like they just start snogging. I'm like, oh, okay, they're snogging. And this was like on live stream. I was streaming it on Twitch. And the next thing you know, I see Henry's bare ass and like Catherine with her legs open, and then just like, shit, no, I can't show that. And then yeah, like pleasures of the flesh is like on the screen, and then I'm just, oh god.
And next thing you know, you're banned from Twitch.
Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get a warning from Twitch with like all like Henry's bum in your face and just yeah. Oh dear! But I had to go back and like I can't like save this. I had to go back. But and then worst case scenario, I got the bad ending. So Martin said to me, "I am just like you, Logan. I am just like his fan." So
I guess you.
And now my mum and dad don't want to speak to me anymore.
Based ending, actually.
Well, yeah.
I got a great ending.
I know, I've always gotten the good ending. I think the way you can avoid the bad ending, you just have to apologize. I've never, like, even when I was playing totally dishonorable playthroughs, as long as I was just like, yeah, I'm sorry, they were like, okay, we're proud of you.
It's like, that's Catholicism though, right?
Yeah. I think that's, obviously that's what Henry's mindset is. It's what's instilled on him. So.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I knew I should have taken that.
I'm sorry I did all that murder.
Can I just ask, did anybody get the Teresa ending at all?
I haven't finished the game yet.
There is a Teresa ending?
You shouldn't be here if you haven't finished the game.
I don't mind.
I don't
know if I want to speak out of turn here, but Twitter seems to be telling me that the only way to play this romantically is hands.
Obviously, I didn't do anything else.
You can do, but that's all I'm seeing on my feed is like hysteric and fucking hands, right?
That's what I'm saying. There seems to be very little kind of straight representation. Maybe it's just my algorithms now, but I don't know.
No,
Tell
I
me.
see it all the time.
Is
And I'm
there
just
a huge Catherine fandom that I don't know about?
Exactly. I mean, like, I don't see anything for
Logan,
Rosa. I
it's
don't
'cause
see
you
anything for
follow
Catherine.
back all the people who are in the hunt.
It's just his fan and Eric.
I know. That's why I'm asking, because it might be my fault. I appreciate that I'm probably blinding myself here. So tell me what's going on. Is there a huge like Catherine fandom that I don't know about?
No, there isn't.
Not that I can see.
No, there isn't, right? So Hans is canon, right?
Yeah. Like
Hans
and Henry is the biggest one.
Yeah.
Hans
by a long way, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just so we all know.
Most people who are in like the Hansi part of the fandom think that the Catherine romance is like a little out of nowhere.
Yeah, I think
like
I'd probably agree. I think I'd probably agree with that. I think it's either like what Dan's saying, which is Teresa, or Hans. Like if they do end up making the film, right? If they do make the film, they're going to have to pick one way. Have him like James Bond, right? So
it could
just be my feed.
I think that would be cheap. I can't see them doing that. I honestly can't see them doing the kind of Bond thing.
So hold up. You said something about a film. They're actually trying to move that forward.
There's going to be a KCD.
Well, the only thing that I know about that, the only thing that I know is what Sir Toby's already told you, which is that a long time ago, I think it was optioned, which meant when I think Netflix reserved or another company reserved. Yeah, they reserved the rights to make it, and then they expired during COVID. Yeah. That's what happened. And I think like now, there's almost certainly going to be some kind of attempt. But just thinking about it just for a second, I think there's quite a lot of complications with it. But if they do something like that, then they would have to pick kind of one playthrough, right? Yeah. And it seems to me that if I was them, I would go with, Brokeback Night. I mean, that seems to be the popular one.
Hell yeah.
I don't know, man.
Isn't that what it is? Tell me if I'm getting the wrong perception, all right? Like, tell me if I'm
probably has it probably has to be that or Teresa.
Yeah,
but,
right. It has to be that or
because, like you
Teresa.
said,
Yeah.
Because even though I romanced Rosa and I regret it, and I wish I did Catherine, but it's still like the fandom, I guess, speaks. And I feel like those are the two biggest
story,
sides.
isn't it? That's why people are talking about Hysteric so much, because Hansry like naturally leads you to comparisons with Hysteric, which means the story becomes deeper. That was the argument that was being made that I read, and I couldn't disagree with that, unless you go with like pure Teresa kind of thing, maybe.
Well,
if I was the producer right now having that conversation, I'd probably say it's going to have to be Hans, Daniel. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Fair enough.
That's my opinion.
they-
Again, tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong.
No,
I'll
I'm
mute
saying
myself.
nothing.
Well,
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm just looking at the potential for a game, and I go, well, we need Hans's son, which is good, and then we need more sons there too. So I mean, I guess it could be a fling. Like it actually kind of looks like it's in the game too. It seems like a fling because Hans has to grow up and marry this other lady now afterwards. But
Hans doesn't grow up.
I don't know if I would call it a fling because I think it was. I saw an interview where Luke says it. He says like for them to risk everything to do that, there's got to be more than just like attraction there. That's got to be deeper. That's got to be like real love. So that's how I've always seen it. It doesn't seem like a fling. Like Bartosz feels like a fling, like all that kind of stuff, but not.
Yeah, and it's
I
acted like real love as well, I would say. It's acted. In the stuff that I've seen, it's acted like real love. Whereas the other stuff is acted a little bit more like a fling, except maybe Teresa.
Now, Teresa for me is the end goal for Henry.
Same.
Mate.
Yeah, and I maybe agree with you.
Teresa's
but-
wife.
Kind of lean that way too.
But I think Hans is going to get more people in the cinema. But
Yeah, that's how
And
I
just
always
like
felt.
the potential for angst, like in the story, if they do make like a movie, is just so like intense for like how much you'd be like hiding it and stuff. It's just really good
if they went
for like
with
a story perspective.
Teresa, it would be just a very like cookie cutter knight story. Like, oh, guy gains potential because he has a knight, and there's a woman waiting back for him, and they're both very strong. Like, it just feels less unique if they just went with that, because especially with the movie, you have to cut so many aspects from taking like a 100-something hour game, or I guess it'd be like 300 hours total if you went with both games in a movie. So that'd be, I don't know. I feel like you'd lose a lot of the like originality of it.
It could be cute if they went with like an Odysseus and Penelope type like thing. But again, I think that would be a thing like really a little bit hard considering the story. But the whole like, oh, she's waiting at home thing, that could be a bit cute, but I don't know.
it would also kind of intensify the Hans drama.
Yeah, I know.
I'm so evil. Sorry, evil gang. I'm really evil.
Evil gang.
Oh,
Evil gang.
Is fun coming out again.
I'll be right back. I gotta put a pie in the oven real quick because I haven't had dinner.
I am gonna start thinking about wrapping this up soon, folks, because I'm struggling to stay awake because it's like 10:11 here and my bed is.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I just want to like, obviously, coming to the end of this, Logan. I had to ask, can you please reenact some of your Isfan lines? You want to?
Please.
War is
pretty
a
please.
nasty business. The strongest dog. Fuck the bitches.
Yes!
I love that one.
Let's
That's
go!
the best line.
And also the when you turn around and you see Henry, and like, you just don't give up, do you?
You just don't give up, do you?
Yes.
Thank you,
I'm
Logan.
getting chills.
This is a great service to the community. Thank you.
10, love it.
No worries. Much appreciated. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. It's all good. No worries.
Logan, will you join us on the event in Ratay and Kuttenberg this year or not?
Yes, I would like to. We have to figure out the transport as we're talking about. But yes, in theory, yes, I would love to come.
If you need a ride from Prague, I'll be there on the 13th.
Yeah, it's not Prague though. I have to get from wherever it is, like Hajibica or something.
Logan, could you do the no one will hand anything on a platter?
No one will hand anything on a platter to men like you and me.
I love that line.
Sorry, that was a little bit moustache twirling because it's a little bit late.
Brilliant. I actually thought you.
No worries.
I actually thought you say that to Henry, not Eric. Because
no, yeah, I know. In the trailer, it looks like that. That's why I thought that was a great choice in the trailer. Because it kind of, I didn't even know. You know, like even when I played it, I was like, "Is he going to team up with this man? Oh, that'd be brilliant." You know what I mean? He kind of like finally gets it, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no shit. I've been an idiot my entire life. You're right, Isfahan.
Brilliant.
My parents were weak. You're strong."
I'm joining you.
It
yeah,
really,
exactly. Yeah.
The fact that they did that in the trailer really shows more of the parallels between Eric and
I agree. I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I think my favorite meme in the kind of like meme wars that are going on was the choice between the fairy tale castle with the rainbows and the unicorns and the nightmare castle with the lightning as like the choice between Hansry versus Hysteric. That to me like kind of like really captured it.
So none of my memes are good enough for you then.
The meme wars are getting pretty intense on X.
I feel like Obi-Wan now that there's a Disturb Force.
I open X, I just see myself getting murdered in a variety of different ways.
Okay.
I think it was the other day. Someone, Sab, basically punched me to death with like steel gauntlets.
Wow.
Just like boxed me.
That's not nice.
That was a brutal one.
Can I ask as well, who buries Isfan underneath like where he fell from?
I have no idea about that, man.
Did anybody grab his chaperone, or what if I pronounce that
correctly? I don't know. It looks to me like Isfan is probably dead, you know, like dead. But like, who knows?
And also,
alchemy is powerful.
When you try and read wearing your hat, you can't read because like your hat is in the way. That's a bug, that is, or a glitch that Warhorse needs to work on. It's like if you like go to your grave, like this is where you are, you bastard. You know,
yeah, but do they though, Dan? Do they? Should you really be going up to Eric dressed as Isfan?
Yes.
That to me is like
I would
hardcore dark playthrough, and I've seen some stuff where I don't know whether it's modded, but he goes up to Eric and he's fully dressed as Isfan. That is based, right? But it's also psychotic. It's psychotic.
Trying to fight Eric was bloody hard.
Doing that and then just shoot him. Honestly, that's the only way I could.
Yeah, exactly. I shot him with a crossbow like 3 times, and that's how I beat him. But
not a crossbow. I mean, like the pistol.
When he hits you with the sword, you die. Like literally, in one swing, he will kill you, and it's just so frustrating.
He is some kind of super weapon. Like Eric is some kind of weird super weapon.
It's like Ron
As
2.0.
he should. Come on, he's the best.
He's running on pure spite. What do you think?
Run 2.0.
Pure spite and coffee.
Good old Eric. You know.
For 45 minutes, just master striking over.
Yeah,
and over
exactly.
and
It was the
not
same. Like 52 master strikes, and like he literally lost like a tad bit of life. And I'm just saying, like, this is on stream as well. I'm getting really angry with the fact I can't like kill Eric. Well, you can't kill him anyway, like, you know. But
I didn't have a problem.
Hey Dan,
with him, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I died like 2 or 3 times, but I used a poleaxe the entire game, so I didn't have a Master Strike. But I was asked the time that I beat him. I don't think he hit me once, which is weird because he whooped my ass the other 2 or 3 times.
He's very difficult
I don't
to
know
beat.
how it works.
Very difficult. Right, folks. I think it's time to call this podcast to an end. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for coming on to the podcast, on taking time out of your Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, wherever you are in the world. And of course, special thanks to you, Logan, and of course to Luke, who he's gone now. But yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you, and thank you to Patricia as well.
Oh yeah, to Patricia for standing in for Satobi.
Patricia.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, Patricia. We need a C sound effect now, but unfortunately, that's not going to happen. And
stop it, guys! I'm gonna cry.
No, you are brilliant.
No, it's lovely. Really good.
You.
Really good work. Thanks.
You're awesome.
So we've got new speakers as well tonight. So thank you to everyone who has come forward and wanted to speak with the rest of us. So obviously, there's no need to be shy. If you want to speak, then just do it. No one's gonna, well, if anyone disrespects you, they can bugger off. But nah, that's not the case on here. But yeah, so
that never happened.
No, not at all. So the next podcast I will do will probably be after the first DLC, which I believe is being released in May. Am I correct, Patricia?
First DLC in May?
I think Satobi said that the first DLC is going to be released. Not the Artist Quest, I think it is.
Now I'm confused, so I will not confirm nor deny.
Okay.
I've had
I'm sure.
Different date on mine. But I will certainly keep you guys posted.
Okay, so the official thing that we have is the road ahead. I think that's the only thing we have.
Oh yeah.
So in spring we get the free updates, the barber feature, a hardcore mode, and horseback racing. Sorry, I think we got that. In the summer we should get Brushes with Death DLC.
Yeah, that's the one.
Absolutely.
Autumn is going to be Legacy.
And the photo mode update. Wait, what?
Autumn is going to be Legacy of the Forge, and the winter is going to be Mysteria. I can't read that.
It's at the monastery Sedlet slot. There's a big sickness going around.
Sedlet, yeah. It's the last.
So, who's looking forward to hardcore mode on the 15th?
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I'm not.
I'm finishing my playthrough. I actually enjoy the game this time right now, so I can. Because the first time I went through the game, I didn't actually. I was kind of speedrunning the story. I didn't really do any side quests, so I'm actually doing that this time. But I'm very excited about hardcore mode because it's more fun.
Excellent. Right, folks, thank you once again for coming on to the podcast, and of course,
thank you, Dan.
To
Thanks for
everyone
having us.
for making it possible.
Thank you, Dan. Good night, everyone.
Logan,
loved it.
Good night.
Thank you. Sir.
Good night, people.
This was
Thanks,
awesome.
Logan. Thanks, Patricia. Thanks, Dutch.
And if
Thanks,
you are
everybody.
Thank you.
watching this on my Memes of KCD YouTube, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That would really help me out. Until next time, folks. Take care.
See ya.
And I'll see you again probably mid-June, round about then. That's what I aim to do my next podcast. So
Wonderful.
great. So yes, folks, once again, take care, and I
Take care,
see
guys.
you again
Good night,
real
everybody.
soon.